It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Say that, nigga. Shit. Bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
Yeah, well. Gotta get a piece of my.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
You don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deep. I think very deeply.
Hey, dance with me. Hey, dance with me. Oh yeah. Hey, dance with me. Oh yeah, everybody.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama. And you
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Don't know me want it.
Mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line.
What's all that noise? What's all that noise? Oh, that's his daddy.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Your shit. Get your hands off of me, shit!
The Chinese platform, you already know. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
That's the difference when you're my baby. That's the difference when you're my baby. That's the difference when you're my.
To my word, can't to my word, to my word. Can't be my equal, don't know what you heard. Doing the styles on them. Doing the styles on them.
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I hit the loop juice. It pulls up in the deuce. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I hit the loop juice. It pulls up in the deuce.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Do that. Do that dance. Lean and buck. Lean and buck. Lean. Lean and buck. Lean. Buck. Lean.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the host. Looks like that's my cue to come on in. So as I come on in this long, beautiful night, I hope you are relaxing in it. The solstice came. It's officially wintertime right now, so the season has officially changed. But we get to bathe in the dark, for the longest period of this year. So as last night was a long, dark night, so is tonight. So I welcome you on this beautiful, beautiful solstice morning. And thank you for coming in and joining me. I appreciate it. I'm going to welcome people that I can. Rondo Ganja, thank you for coming. And I know you definitely got to have
Got to have vision.
But remember, on the Chocolate Mountain Show, we have a specific place where we hang out and smoke and get high, and that is the Galactic Patio. And this is what we do while we're on it. If we're not getting high and drinking, we also be getting down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics. And you only have to follow one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone. But you, like everyone else, is here for something, and that something is... Let me take you higher, baby. Jamar 3224. What is happening? And I know you definitely got to have
vision.
And I know you don't mind heading over to the Galactic Patio doing the... Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And yes, you know there's only one rule, and that is...
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone. And you are here like everyone else, so I can take you... So I can take you higher. L. Reborn. Amaroon Khan. And I know you definitely have.
Got to have vision.
And you know every night you're here, you know what's going on the Galactic Patio. We be getting down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. Ooh, ah. And you know there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone, baby. Leave it alone. B. Brown Lee, what is happening? And I know up this late you got to have
vision.
And as everyone, I've told everyone to kind of head over to that Galactic Patio because we all into it doing the... Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. Ooh, ah. And you know there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone, but you, like everyone else, is here for me to take you. So I can take you higher, baby. And welcome, Joey. And I know you definitely got to have
vision.
And I know that you will join everyone else on the Galactic Patio getting down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. But you know there's still only one rule that everybody abides by. Look at that F-150, but don't
touch my truck.
Leave it alone. That Ford is shiny. And I know you are here just like everyone else for me to take you. Wait, hold a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I am breaking rotation. Oh, I forgot about the rotation. I'm breaking rotation. You guys got me so hyped. Forgot to do the proper introduction. I think that one's colder. About double cold. That one's probably cold too. All right. You know I mostly enjoy only one type of ambrosia. I am probably going to go get some scotch. I'm going to go get a case tomorrow of this famous beer. I'll hack it off with this unfamous can opener. But anyway, we have once again on deck Great Lakes Elliott Ness, the finest nectar in the land of 62 years. Well, I've been drinking beer since about 15. Since 15 years of old, since they stopped making my beloved Stroh's beer out of Detroit, I have a fine ale here that I just love. So pop them if you got them. And definitely holiday cheer. Tap them with me. Tap them with me. And, you know, since I do it only in 3D, we also on the herb birthday gummies, Delta 10, Delta 8, Delta 7000, whatever. You should get you going. And of course, we are on the Jungle Boys still. This motherfucker's still hidden. And so, smoke them if you want them. There we go. See how cold it is. As always, cold enough. Cold enough. It was a pretty decent football game. The Rams, did they cover? Rams covered. They was 3.5. What was the final score? Look up the final score. 30-14, 30-22. What's it? Rams. Yeah, Rams Saints. What was the final score? Rams Saints. What was it? Yeah, 30-22. Yeah. I'll say they made Stafford look good tonight. He hasn't looked good, you know, in a lot of games, but he looked good tonight. It's funny. I bet on Culp. I think I had Culp for over 75 yards. He didn't do it. Culp only got like 40 yards. He dropped. I don't know. With grip gloves, he should have caught both them touchdowns. He really should have. Now, I don't think that would have helped me in my, but it's funny how he was the only receiver double team most tonight. I peeped that out. I was like, look at this shit. They double teaming him. Like, they are really stopping him from getting 75 yards. And again, with the grip gloves, he should have caught both those passes. Because I think that second one, he would have got his feet in too. But, yeah, they didn't want him to get that 75. So, you know, how easy it was. Kamara only had 16 yards. I think it was like him only getting over 50, you know, which I let my nephew make the bets. And I thought about that. I'm like, Kamara ain't really been playing that great. Then when I saw them interviewing before the game, I was like, yeah, he's not going to have a good game. He is not going to have a good game. Oh, Chris Mathis, what's happening? And I know you got to have
vision.
And I know you would join me on the Galactic Patio.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
But remember, there's still only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone. And remember, you, like everyone else, is here to... Hiya. So, yeah. So, I thought a couple times, like number 122 got his touchdown. Let me see if they'll show any of these highlights. Let's see. I think his name was Sherrod. When Sherrod got his touchdown, it was the same thing we saw against the Eagles and the Seahawks. Safety comes up. Dude run. What did he run? Run a post? He didn't even run a post. He ran like a slight flag to get that touchdown. I guess he ran like a skinny post, a little bit of a skinny post, but it was the same thing. They showed a replay. Safety comes up. They throw over him. Come on now. How many weekends are we going to see this over and over again? The same thing. So, what can I say, y'all? What can I say? What was his name? Sherrod, wasn't it? Didn't Sherrod get the touchdown? This is a pick, hooray. Yeah, they're showing his pick. But where was Sherrod's touchdown? Is this it? No, this ain't it. Because Sherrod touchdown, the safety clearly came up. Clearly. Let's see what's over here. See all the videos. Yeah, number 17 got the plays instead of my man. Sunday. Oh, no game Saturday. National Football League. It's more than 2 games. Oh, Christmas Eve, yeah. It's a Saturday. Oh, that's Monday, Christmas. Yeah, Chiefs play first thing. Chiefs, that's going to be a fun game. We're going to be cooking, watching football, chilling. I don't see it right here. Let me go back. Yeah, I don't see Sherrod's play. So maybe they didn't highlight it. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Damn. Didn't even mean to do that. So I hope everybody's had an enjoyable day. I was pretty lazy today. My wife wasn't feeling very well. And plus, I stayed up. Shit, I ain't quit. What did I go? 3-4 hours last night. So, we didn't get anything done today other than eating out or ordering shit to eat from outside. That's about all we did. But we're going, I think, to see the movie tomorrow. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to see it tomorrow or not. So, sorry, I'm trying to read something. I had erased it out. I had set it up, and then I just gotta be in here. Ah, shoot. I just had it, and I erased when I closed that other screen off. It erased everything. Oh, it's got to be somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, I'll find it. But how's everybody doing today? What did everybody get into? The weather still was, it was chilly, but no snow. Chilly, but no snow. And so anytime it's no snow, it is not bad in this mug at all. I do not mind it. So it's got to be back here. I do not mind it, and I think it is a win. And every day we don't have snow and we get closer to April, the chances of it being a difference maker, because sometimes the snow is really the weather is a difference maker. You might not get to go out. And so that's how I look at it. It's a time where, oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Yeah.
Don't try to.
Okay. All right. So anytime it's great. It's great up here. So I feel it. But it's funny, you see it like all the boots on sale, you seeing the coats. And I still there's a Tommy coat where I don't even see it in the catalogs. It's not even online. They had it in the store. I looked at it. But I have not run into that color. And it's like whatever they sold out of them, there's no more. And then for all the magenta people out there, check this out. When I went to Macy's the other day to look at the coats, they had one magenta coat. Of hundreds of coats, one was like bright magenta. I don't know if it was my size or not. I just went and touched it. I was like, damn, okay, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from the magenta. So, but no, I think it's having a less relevance. What's interesting about style and fashion is I thought that maroon, like what I got married in, I thought that was going to be the color this year. Does not. It's still white. You can still get the white winter coats. White is still kind of out there this winter too. Yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge sometimes, how styles and how people hang on to styles and how how you try to see, you know, what's in the stores, because I'm in the stores constantly, and that's what I like about living here, because where I live, and I mean, again, the Mall of America is a major attraction. So, you know, they got almost anything you want in that motherfucker. So it's interesting to be able to gauge style and stuff. And, you know, as I said, you know, we got TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and they're nothing but, you know, if overstock goes to TJ Maxx or Marshalls from Macy's, because TJ Maxx and Marshalls both will have polo. Now, a lot of times they had to print, you know, not the good stuff, but, you know, sometimes you get lucky. You get in there and they put that stuff out, and you in there and you be like, you know, you'll get it for like 70% off. Even it's something like the little hoodie I bought with the gold and the darker hoodie was, I think it was 70% off compared to if I went to the outlet. And some of the stuff is still in the stores. Like the store I live near, the Macy's is the ghetto Macy's. I mean, it's not really ghetto out here, but the Macy's is. But they're redoing they're gonna redo the mall. You know what? I've been wanting to go out to that mall though and put up a pickleball net. I've been wanting to like do little places where everywhere you can go play pickleball till you get kicked out of playing pickleball. And then this Saturday, I think Saturday, it's supposed to be 50 up here in December, the end of December. So right on global warming. Melt the icebergs. Melt them icebergs. We'll be fine. I'll be able to get in some deep woods somewhere, y'all. Somewhere I'll be able to get in some deep woods, you know. So, but yeah, that was all I did today is just, guys, meditated a lot today. Meditated about an hour or two ago. So it's a lot of energies moving around. It's a good time to reflect. Didn't get to, I don't know, maybe when I get done here, I'll build some type of grid, maybe. Because my wife got into some shit. She was like, yeah, she's talking about let's do some Tantra stuff and we can make a grid and work on some Tantra. Like, oh, okay. Wasn't my kind of idea, but that, you know, and like I told her, and this is a real thing. You can do that, and you can experience in some instances a higher kind of coming, I guess. But there is so many things that like feeding off that kind of energy, especially when it's in a heightened state, that you know you really have to be strong enough to keep everything away, which I think I have here. I mean, you know, I think I have. But she's like, because I was, you know, she's like, well, you know, you can put your, you know, you make your little circle thing, you know, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Which I was kind of planning to do, so, but not for that idea, but it's like, yeah, we can practice some Tantra. Tantra on. So, but I mean, the energies would probably be right for that. You know, it's again the changing season, and we look at the winter as, you know, it's not like everything is dead. It's like the sleep starts. Like, you know, that's what nature does. Nature, you know, takes the long nap. I mean, it's interesting. Like I have plants out there that are grass plants. And they just kind of took over. You know, they were with pretty flowers one time, but all the grass, they're still technically alive. They just went to sleep. Compared if I would have left some of these plants, you know, like this plant that's not far from me. If I'd have left that, comparatively. That one, you know, those would have died. Those couldn't have took it. My corn plant is back in the house. It's happy in the motherfucker. He's like, fuck that out. No, it did well outside too. And my one other plant, I don't know if the cats knocked the leaves off, but now the leaves are falling off. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's something made it give up. Not really sure what, but it was doing so well outside. And I brought it in, and I think one of the cats, they started popping the leaves off. So, yeah. So sometime, you know, you do what you can. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know, you do all you can to try to make it work. So. But one thing I have been doing is, you know, taking my coffee grinds, and like once a month, I hit all the plants with that. So it gives us some plant food. I save bananas. I save banana peel. And I'll keep them, about 3-4 days. I'll keep the banana peels, and then I give that to all the plants once a month. Give them a little bit of plant food out of that. So it's not hard, just taking care of things and watching it develop. Same thing with animals. It's like my oldest cat. He's so intimidated by the other cats that I had to put the toilet down there. So we built a little cabinet. We bought a cabinet, put it together. I got another drawer to put shit in, and he's comfortable. He's found a place that he doesn't have to come upstairs, because the problem was when he would go downstairs, the younger cat wants to play and chase him. And to the younger cat my older cat he's had some trauma. He's lost his sister. He don't know what happened to her. He's moved. My son is not here because he's used to my son too, because that's what he lived with him for about a good 12 months. So, things have changed a lot for him. And it probably, he's freaking out. Didn't know what to do at first. And the other cats is like, who is this motherfucker all up in our Kool-Aid and shit? And it saddens me, that I lost my cat of 6 years. That does sadden me. Of something that you saw when it was first born, and said, okay, when it gets bigger, I'm going to take it. And then you watch them develop. And, it's just, you take each other for granted after a while. You play with them, you get mad at them. So like I've said before, my cat jumped in my closet and knocked all my closet down. Yeah, she jumped in my closet. She got bigger. When she was younger, when I first moved in, like 5 years before, she didn't weigh as much. But when she jumped in all my massive amounts of clothes, she knocked all that shit down. But what was his name? One of the brothers out of New York. Can't think of his name. He's one of Bobby's guys, Brother Panic. He would say, a cat doing cat shit. You can't get mad at a cat for doing shit that a cat would do. It's just kind of that simple. And I agree. So I try not to, and it's like when I would fuck the cats up, it wouldn't even be on purpose. Like one time I was just playing with the cat, but I've got like lightning fast reflexes. And I caught her, I was just fucking with her, and I just happened to raise my hand up. When I raised my hand, I kind of like bopped her head off the table a little bit. That was the only times where she showed she was scared of me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, because I was just playing. Because she was trying to jump on me. I was like, no, and I caught her. I kind of anticipated what she was gonna do. It was like I got one of my children one time like that. I was playing with one of my children, and I just like back kicked behind me. And I don't know which one of them. I'll get one of them to tell her who it was. But I kicked the shit out of her. Because soon as I stood up and let go, whoever it was, he ran at me. And I just happened to back kick at the same time and caught him. And y'all, I probably, I miss old cars. Because the old cars, they was the way they was made and shit, the children would be right here. And you could literally, if they was messing up too bad, you could drive and you could kind of choke them, if they just messed up so bad. Not smacking them, but you could just really choke them and, drive and, yeah, you acting bad, right? You gonna quit acting bad, Or you could Three Stooges slap them. I had three, so I would just Three Stooges slap him, one backhand hit all three. The third one wouldn't think he would get hit. The first one would be like, ah. The second one would be like, surprise, he got hit. And the third would be, ha ha. And yeah, you got some too. See, I was good at that kind of thing. Good with children. And I guess I'll pivot and say this about just what you spend your time doing. That is important. And what you give your energy to. And all that makes your reality. That makes your reality. Because once you start having certain beliefs, the way you look at the world is Like with religion, when you look at the world through the lens of religion, it's not really a lot of your views. You are spewing what you've been taught from this damn near 2,000-year-old practice or 1,000-year-old practice. You're just rehashing your interpretation of that. So the way you perceive things that's how it's going to come through. You're going to perceive things through that lens. And so anytime you start putting lenses on, and lenses matter, it's going to skew the way you look at things. Now, there's nothing wrong with studying passions. There's nothing wrong with that. But to make your passion your reality and try to convince others of that, of your lens, I'm not guilty of that. Because I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. That's on you. You pick it up, you pick it up. If you don't, then you just don't. That's how life goes. And so just understand, how you're bringing in the information. Understand that. And understand where you're giving your energies to. And the other thing is, it's like a lot of times we go down these different paths of study, and it's like, what did we get from it? Like, what do we really benefit from doing that? And I'll give you a prime example is, like, I'm telling you, I read over 30 books of the Kennedy assassination. I mean, now you can get it all digitally, but back then, you can get it, after, the first time I saw the Zapruder film was, the night, like 20 years later, they showed it. So, a lot could have been done to it. But if, looking at it whole, you see, looking back at that, it's like, what did I gain from that? Now, some kind of way I'm kind of spiritually connected where I can tap into Vietnam. And, my study and strategy of Vietnam, it was one of the first wars to understand war. And the knowing people that had experienced it, and knowing World War II people too. Now, I've never met a person from World War I, not in my lifetime. And it was people who were alive, I'm sure, still alive when I was alive, but never met a person from World War I that I recall. And, I look at the Kennedy thing, and it's like, where did that lead me? What did I gain? What did I get? What did I gain from it? What did I gain from that? Didn't really gain anything from it. I mean, now looking back at it, you see how unreal it seems. It was just like we were watching something that was showing that Emmett Till stuff. Emmett Till, like, you look at it now, that stuff don't really look real. I mean, it looks like what it was. That stuff doesn't look real. And the Kennedy assassination, the more you look at it, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's like 1960 soap opera stuff. It's no way this was a real government. It's no way from everything that's presented. It's no way. It's no way that what they're showing us was really what happened. The way they say it's happened. It was so sloppy and so movie-ish. And that's and so, what did I gain from all that? Other than, the normal stuff as distrust of government, that the government will kill certain people. But, you fall in the same trap with Malcolm. You fall in the same trap, for so many people. And so what do you really gain from it? Because, again, the stuff outside of you, what do you gain from all this study outside of you? Because if this study is not to bring it inside of you or to make what's inside of you grow, you have to see how much energy you want to give certain things. Because it does come a point, what matters. Some of the stuff that they funnel us to. It was like what Silva was saying the other night. Silva was saying it's like you'll be listening, like you'll be on your phone and you'll be like looking at a certain thing, But if it's somebody that they don't really want you to like, you remember what they do? They'll start showing other examples of somebody you should listen to instead. So a lot of this is to persuade your thought. And some of these, rabbit holes are cool to go down. I mean, that's what I'll say that advantage I have is like I know that they're rabbit holes, and I'll say, okay, let's see where it takes me. And it's interesting to see what's presented. And it's and a lot of times it's for nothing more than just to experience it. And you can experience it with really not having an opinion of it. Like I was talking last night, about going back in time and stuff. It's like, the experience, was a little bit that I really comprehended. I'm not sure of the full journey because I know I did more than what I remembered. But again, the experience, it was worth the experience. The little bit I remembered was worth the experience. And it's the same thing, like, when I talk about going into the mirror world or the flat plane. Sometimes it's worth the experience. And the flat plane is almost like that Valeria, Land of a Thousand Planets, when they go to the desert little town. And remember, they got to get into like wearing the mask almost to see, that reality. Everybody else, can see them and it just look like they walking around. But they're actually, able to wear the type of VR glasses. But remember that part of Land of a Thousand Cities, that part? Where there's something right there, but you can't see it, and that's kind of the mirror world is like that, and that's that's to me that they were showing flat plane, the illusionary world. So that's what to me they were showing. That's why when they talk about fourth dimension and it's the dimension of time, but then they also want to say it's the dimension of illusion. Well, they can't be both. Really can't be both. And even time, I talk about this all the time. Again, as the Time Lord. That's what I proclaim first coming on here. And and then the other, more of it came through, and it's like, okay, it's cool to be a Time Lord, but it's better to be a Time Walker. I'll give that out. I'll give that out. It's better to be a Time Walker than a Time Lord. Because the Time Lord is technically, you're up and down the ribbon, excuse me. I mean, you kind of move up and down the ribbon. Time walkers go back to some of the start times of time. Ain't no up and down the ribbon. It's like you are with what created the ribbon. It's more precise. It's a greater vibration of moving through space-time. Because it becomes so much more. It becomes so much more than just space-time. That's the way I can put it. So it's even more. But again, when you go into, the Atlantean, and the Atlantean, it's like watching The Matrix, something that didn't even hit me. So watching The Matrix 4, and you see the Neo character, and turns into like the symbiotic man, where he's like a million beads and shit, and he can go through computers and shit. And that hit me, what we really was seeing. And so, that goes into, the Iniki story, or that goes into the Atlantean story. Again, Wes Paneri and Dr. Valentine kind of presented similar, where Dr. Valentine saying beings of different colors, Wes Paneri saying, well, kind of vibrations with different colors, so it's still basically the same thing, and putting this crystalline being into a body. So that I forgot that they had did that in that movie, and that can get into very Atlantean kind of thought, taking this body that's something else, and then locking it, taking this crystalline body and locking it into flesh, and that's one of the Atlantean thoughts. And, it seems, very much the Spartans was connected to the Atlanteans because, you read their stuff and they're very warlike people. I mean, when you start reading the Vedas, you start reading some of those old Indians, and it's plenty of war in that shit. It's like war with flying on planes and flying shit. It's that kind of war. But these mugs like rationalize with each other first. It's kind of interesting the conversations they have before they attack each other with this massive type of armies. They really get into these deep discussions. And like I look at like what draws me to this kind of thing, and what led to the, my studying of the Monkey King. I mean, all this comes in, different layers. I had to get my book. It's just in this drawer right here that my computer sits on now. So I'm sorry, but it's always led to different places. Who is this? What's up? Calvin Dickerson. Ponte, what could the Pistons do to win a game? Calvin Dickerson, what's happening? Thank you for coming. And I know you got to have
vision.
And come walk with me and join me on the Galactic Patio doing the
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
And remember, there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
And I am also here for one thing, to take you. To take you higher. Iceland is melting. Iceland has always had. Iceland was always tied into having also. Didn't we have a volcano? Iceland or Greenland? One of those. We just had a volcano, and they were always volcano-ish. So, a lot of them big glaciers is breaking. It's maps that show it was once stuff up there. So the world has changed before. So it seems like it's changing again. So it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means the world is changing again. So, but yeah, part of it is. Well, one thing we're going to see is they don't mind. Like right now, remember, Wemby and them ain't good either. So it ain't just the Pistons. It's Wemby and them ain't good either. And the Pistons is actually the team there has some talent. Now I don't know, what's the big fella's name that out of Memphis that had to sit? That's like whatever darkened his career from college has seemed to follow him. Like he was always potential, and Golden State. I can't say. I didn't watch him enough to see if they really gave him a chance. From the outside looking in, it didn't look like they gave that young brother a chance, and then they traded him to the Pistons. Then it seemed like at some point the Pistons wasn't even giving him a chance. So I don't know. It's my homeboy Livers. Last I knew, I reported about him getting married because he got married last summer or late fall or early fall, and I looked. He was apparently still on the roster. So and Monty's a good coach, but it's they don't mind the young teams losing. I mean, look at Orlando. Orlando ain't never won it, and they've made the finals once, twice. But they don't mind. They don't mind the team struggling. I mean, because the teams are struggling and the product is so good, people still go to the games. I mean, Wemby gonna sell tickets if nothing else. He's gonna sell tickets if nothing else. And that's tickets and so again they block my game. My NBA game, they blocked it again. Damn if I want to pay $20 a month to a company that's fucking in bankruptcy. I mean, there's no way that is a good deal. I'm reading about this deal, and the only good thing about Bally's is it looked like Amazon might buy them. That's what it looked like. Amazon might bail them out. It's the only good thing about that right now, the way it's looking. Because I think the Twins and 3 other teams got out of the baseball thing, I think, coming up. And I think they're about to strike deals with Amazon. So it looks like. But it's like, It's like my boys. What is it, NBC? Some people around here, DirecTV, they don't have NBC. They have to watch NBC through Paramount or some shit, but they don't have NBC. They're DirecTV, I guess. Anybody out there got that with DirecTV? Y'all ain't got NBC? So, yeah, I think through one of the apps you can still get NBC, but they can't get regular NBC through their cable. You know, they've been fighting them. They've been fighting them, so. So I don't know. You know, I don't know. It's they don't mind young teams struggling, just like the NFL. You know, they don't mind certain teams struggling. You know, they really don't. So they let it, and people still buy the product. So till people stop buying the product and say, you know, you got to make this team win better. Till then, you know, ain't nobody gonna buy their product. So that's what it is. You know, people still watch the Pistons play. People still go see Wemby. You know, Wemby traveling, and everybody's looking forward to him. Man, ran into some people. How much did they pay? They paid $4,000 for 2 tickets. $4,000 for 2 tickets. Ran into some people for the Vikings game coming up. This wife bought her husband. Yeah, the ticket. What happened? What was the story? Okay. So I had a chance to buy. That's what it was. They called me to see if I wanted to buy them. So there's this couple. She was going to, was it a Christmas gift? So it was $4,000 that she paid for both tickets. They broke up or she just left him. And she had these $4,000 tickets. So it came across me to see if I wanted to get them. And I was like, you know, I really kind of was like, I wasn't going to pay $4,000 for them, but I was like, I'm kind of like seeing what she was going to take, but I'm thinking I'm going anyway. So now I don't really need them. But I was kind of tempted. But it was like, and then the conversation, another one of the guys was my brother-in-law gets Timberwolf tickets every now and then. And his guy who got them, I think he said he paid $10,000 for the 38 games. And, you know, you can sell them for certain games and get your money back. So, you know, that's what people invest in. People have money, you know what they call that? Disposable income. Disposable income. You know, my wife and I, what is this? Going Sunday, it's, what was it, $300-400 in tickets going to the concert. And really, my wife, I talked about this last night. We could have went to a jazz live concert tonight. My mother went. And I'm not sure if my mother-in-law went, but I know my mother went. And so, you know, we had a chance to go to see live music again. Lions are no joke. Defense has to get better. Well, I don't know. One bet I'm going to do. I'm gonna do a parlay, and I am definitely going to do a parlay where the over. I'm gonna play the over coming to Vikings and Lions. I'm listening to, you know, only thing like when you watch some of the talking heads, some of them kind of give you the script. You know, they really do. That's part of it. Is like they have a part of the script they can release, and so sometimes, you know, listening to the analysis, you can still, you know, because they kind of have to give some of the script, and so that's one thing of watching people. And a lot of words and a lot of them cats is saying they going with the Lions. So that, you know, I'm hearing that right now. But again, it's, you know, all propaganda. So, but I'm hearing a lot of people, you know, wanting to go in on the Lions. Which one do we use? I think we use DraftKings. That's all. You can get all that. All of it is pretty easy. But I think it's DraftKings. It's not on my phone. It's on my wife's phone. But yeah, I think it's just DraftKings. Not sure. But I think that's what it is. It's on her phone. She's a little more gets into it. But yeah, it's a bunch of them. I've got a couple on mine too. Damn. Got me looking at this shit. But I've got a couple different ones up here too. But that's the mobile is the easiest. But up here, you know, I got where I can analyze the stuff. So it's a bunch of places. But I'm just trying to tell you the easiest that you know the easiest to set up. DraftKings to me is the easiest to set up. So, and I'm not getting anything from them, but it's pretty easy to set up. And any one of them, really though, any one of them, you know, you can find. What's the other one? Caesars. That's another one that's pretty easy too. So, whichever, you know, whichever. And I know street people too, because that ain't went away. That ain't went away at all. And I was thinking when I was in the club and seeing all the Russians and like when I ran into some Russian gangsters here, you know, it's like it was funny. God, did I have the girls then? I don't know if I had the girls then or not. But I was kicking it somewhere where I was able to, you know, first see when the first Russian gangsters was coming here. And I was able to, and it's like we've seen some of the movies, you know, like Shaft and shit, you know, where there's the Russian gangsters. You see in a little bit, one of the Shafts, you see in a few of the Russian gangsters. And it was just funny watching them operate and then seeing them again. You know, it's funny how everybody loves the culture, you know. I mean, if we're nothing else, we are the culture of the world. And that's, you know, if you say what we give to mankind, we give mankind the culture. You know, we don't give you the finance. And the culture is not about entertainment. The culture is like what you wearing, you know, the kind of things the kind of cars you buy. I mean, the culture kind of helps with all that. Or you wouldn't have had Magic Johnson trying to sell them raggedy Buicks in the 80s. Pontiac, what's your thoughts on Diddy? And, you know, I don't really talk about that stuff. That shit I don't care. You know, I mean, everybody knows what they sign up for when they get into all that. I mean, everybody knows what they sign up for. I mean, Diddy been around shootings and, you know, his daddy was taken out. So, you know, his daddy was sacrificed for him. So what did you think was going to happen to that cat? You know, that story about him and Harrell and, you know, her walking in on Harrell, that's been out for 20 years. When she told that 20 years ago. You know, her that every day at lunch, you know, Puffy would blow Harrell off when he was president of whatever the record was. So, I mean, that was known a long time ago. And the people that know him at Howard, I mean, it was, you know, it's funny though. I know this is going off a little bit, but never mind, hold that. But anyway, so, I mean, all of them, I even think the Jonathan Majors thing was all a setup. They only going to keep him down for so long if they keep him down. He didn't kill her. He didn't heavily beat her. I doubt he'll get any time. So again, that ruins everything because you shook a girl up. He didn't Ray Rice her. Nowhere near what Ray Rice did. So that, you know, I mean, I don't take my time with none of that. They're entertainers and that's what they do. So all of it. It was like PJ said it, you know, they released Anthony Edwards' shoes and then they shame him at the same time. You see how it's done? They did John Moran the same way. Thank you to PJ. Remember? They did John Moran the same way. When he released his shoes, then he supposedly got a gun again. And all of them is actors and entertainers. So all this Like what is his name? Raymond Green? It's the same thing. You think he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing? Ain't nobody really tried to sock him or go. The old NBA now, I'm telling you, the old NBA, there was like you know how it's fights in hockey? whole basketball, it was fights like that. Now, I've told the story many times when I used to ref this basketball league. It was all Mexican brothers. It was a Thursday morning league. And they told me going in, they said, look, every game they gonna fight. He said, when they get done fighting, just start the game. I was like, cool. Pay me a little more for that bullshit. So pro basketball used to be, they used to fight all the time. It was almost like it was almost like hockey. You know, you fuck around and they start fighting. I mean, look at what happened to Jabbar when Jabbar socks Ken Benson. Ken Benson damn near broke Jabbar's ribs. And then Jabbar stood up and knocked Ken Benson out. Look at Kermit Washington's punch on Rudy Tomjanovich. And that's really what made him stop fighting. Because he hit him so hard. But even that, you know, I mean, even that, is that believable? Because they fought all the time. That was a part of it. And again, you know, we can never forget what was done to Maurice Stokes, where they flipped him on his head. I mean, we can never forget that they did that. Europeans did that to him. He jumped really high. They took his legs off and flipped him on his head. And it ended his career. It gave him, you know, it's like it paralyzed him almost. They tried to call it sleeping sickness, but they kind of paralyzed him. He had to be taken care of the rest of his life. When they did that shit to him, he was only 24 or 25. Maurice Stokes, rookie of the year in 57 or 58. In 1959, his second year, they went under, the dude undercut him and flipped him on his head. So that was on purpose. Didn't even take him to the hospital. Dude collapsed on the plane. After everybody seeing him land on his neck and head, they ain't even take him to the hospital. You dig? So you can look him up. But that's how the league used to be. And that's why, you know, you wonder why nobody else has, you know, he kicked Steven Adams in the nuts twice. Okay. Really? That's what you do? You're that much of not, like, you ain't any point gonna sock him? But they all do what they're told. You know, they do what they're told, and so that's what he does. So fuck him. Whatever, you know. Whatever. We already know, like from the NBA, especially when they fine you in the NBA, you can write all that shit off. That's the Charles Barkley rule. That's the Charles Barkley. When the first time Charles Barkley got fined, he found that you could write that shit off. So unless they change the tax code, when they get fined, they can write it off on their taxes. Because that was some old shit. Barkley was the first one that did that. Vegas is definitely like, I'm gonna tell you, not only is Vegas gonna get their own team, Vegas, LeBron is gonna own the Vegas team. He's gonna own a part of it. But that's probably what the long range plan is. Probably the Nike LeBron ownership of the Las Vegas team. That's what I'm saying. That's probably how they're gonna bring it in. LeBron will be a part owner with the eventual, you know, complete control at some point. And of course, you know, when his son graduates from college, his youngest, guess what? Vegas gonna have a team by then. So, Willie, what's happening? And to be up this late, you definitely got to have
vision.
And on the Galactic Patio, we only do one dance.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics.
And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave it alone, but you and everyone else is here for me to take you. No, I do not have that. I am going to have the Eagles. I've got the Eagles. Who did I write down? I wrote that down a couple weeks ago. Which pad is it on? But I got the Eagles definitely in it again, 2 years in a row. Eagles, Dolphins. No, 90. What is it? We're going back to yeah, I gotta remember. Yeah, what year is it? It's yeah, we it's a year that correlates. So those two teams. But I think it was I said the Dolphins and the Eagles. I think the Eagles will beat the Dolphins, or I think the Eagles will beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl or in the playoffs. So I got the Eagles. I think Eagles maybe even could be even the Eagles and Bills. We know the NFC team is going to win, so it doesn't matter. If the Bills go, we know the NFC teams because they ain't gonna let the Bills win. No NBA team in Seattle. Well, that's the two places that's up, but I think Vegas has got a leg up. That's right now they're looking to go there. The players, like Seattle is one of the cities that the players really loved. Like everyone talked highly, of going when Seattle had teams. They love going to football players. They love going to Seattle. But something in the NBA where they wouldn't build a new stadium, so he moved it. And the guy said, if he bought a team, he's gonna move it because that's where he was from. He's from OKC, so he was in the right time and right place, and they didn't want to budge on the team. So yeah, that I think there's a big push, but like like we was talking earlier with San Antonio being so bad and the Pistons being so bad. I mean, it's always been argued that expansion makes the teams weaker. It's like one thing, like if you look at the ABA and they looked at the ABA that final year, they thought it really made the league strong because it was only 6 or 8 teams at the end, and they still played the 80 games. The 6 or 8 teams still played 80 games. I think it was 8 teams, and they still played 80 games. And so, do you know how strong it is when you only got 8 teams and you playing 80 games? You playing everybody, 10 times each? Because your talent, you've got a finite amount of talent compared to, that they've always, said expansion. Does expansion, cause the weak teams like the Panthers? The Panthers has been up and down. And it's always been looked at as, does a necessary draft pick instead of the lottery, that doesn't guarantee you success either. But they can create whoever they want to create, no doubt. So, but yeah, so those are the two teams that are going to get. I'd say Vegas before Seattle though. Now that the A's are going to Vegas, they're taking, they're taking the baseball team there, no doubt, no doubt. It's kind of natural, really to have teams in the South and Midwest. That's kind of natural. So, right now, I would say, my feeling is Minneapolis. I feel that they're going to let the Timberwolves go through. And remember, we've won it before as the Lakers. So that's kind of how they do it. They want teams that have won it before. Now, again, this is only what we had with Nuggets was only the second ABA team to win it. Keep that in mind. It's only the second. Out of all they only took in 4. And they ain't let them other 2 win it yet. Utah, Pacers. They haven't won it. So, yeah, isn't it the first ABA? No, second ABA team. San Antonio was the first. Yep. Second ABA team to win it. Those 2 teams. So, right now, I think the Timberwolves have everything. They're playing together. And McDaniel's growing almost 2 inches, 2.5 inches over the summer to 6'10", almost 6'11". Shit, Timberwolves are long. And they got long niggas that can can follow everybody, guard everybody. And I like, as much as I didn't think I liked Towns at 4, I do like him at 4. And it's like Towns and Nas. Towns and Nas play well together. They both can stretch the defense out. Towns doesn't really like to post up as much unless he likes taking people on drives and shit, then stopping. where Nas likes playing center. He likes being 5, and he's shorter, but he's what? Nas is 6'10 and a half, 6'11, so he ain't that much shorter, but he's broad too. So Nas likes being a 5. So he's perfect for when Rudy goes out. And even when like Rudy goes out and they take Towns out, if Nas is in there and McDaniels is in there, I mean, you still got your two dudes 6'10, 6'11. So like they're very, and Ant is like, they done poured a little of that Jordan Kobe on Ant. So that can't be denied. So that's my pick. Now, I've said before, and I'm not a great LeBron fan, but I'm a Laker fan since, Wilt. When Wilt went to the Lakers, that's when I follow basketball. And I've told my story before. My first favorite basketball player was Connie Hawkins. When I learned his story, I read his book in 5th grade. And then, my next favorite basketball player was Spencer Haywood. The first team I was on, I wore 24, getting the nigga number because of Spencer Haywood. We got to pick our own numbers. It was like brand new jerseys. Like, what number you want? 24. Never wore it again. And the coach was, like my high school coach was bogus. My oldest cousin, Ricky Evans, wore 30-31. My first cousin, wore 30-31. And then he didn't let me wear it. Like, what sense does that make? You're telling me my cousins wore this number and you're not going to let me wear it. He wore that because the other dude wore that. Then my time comes, you don't give me that number. But I had a better number, so. And I think I was better than both my cousins. My stats match up to, well, I know my cousin Kevin, my stats kill him. And my cousin Ricky, I think I got better stats than him too. And he played all 3 years. I only played the 2 years. But that's just me, ego. So I think this might be the Timberwolves year. I really do. They let Toronto win, so. And again, I've talked about that. That was, what year is this shit right here? What year? No, this is older. But yeah, I'm looking at myself, man, this is 3-4 years ago, and you don't think you look older in 3-4 years. You think the coach Prime will stay at Colorado when Suns leave? I would say yeah. There were a lot of jobs that came open this year that he could have gotten. I think, the one that looks bad for not hiring Prime is Florida State. They look bad for not hiring Prime because if Prime would have been coaching Florida State now, they wouldn't have held him out. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me say this again. If Prime would have been coaching Florida State would have been in. And they ain't hiring. Remember, he applied when this cat had he might have applied a couple coaches ago. But if Prime would have had that job, they would have made it in. So, and he's going to benefit off. When they're going to switch the teams to what 8 or 12. They're going to add more teams. So, I mean control wise, he's in a great position. He's got that. It's money up there. So control-wise, his name, he lost a great recruiter, but that was okay. That's okay. It ain't like, you don't know other people in the business that can recruit. And I think he also, you listen to some young men's complaints. When you're a college coach, you constantly bite off more than you can chew. You constantly, I mean, it's like you're not going to sleep during the season because it's always something to do. And I think a lot of the recruits felt slighted because they didn't really get a lot of time with him. But understandingly, and it's not that you're not a priority, but it's a lot coming at him. And it's hard for certain egos to understand that. You need to stroke my ego. I'm coming up here, Coach Prime. You need to stroke my ego. And Coach Prime is like, everybody up here is a star. We already got stars up here. So if you want to be a star, because no one can doubt, look at the ratings. I've talked about that. Look at the ratings of his games. Win or lose, motherfuckers was watching. Look at the gear. His shit is stiff. That Colorado shit with Prime on the side, that shit is stiff. You can't deny that. That shit, and they got great colors. And college is all about control. You got total control. And right now he has total control. So I it's not that he can't go somewhere else and get that, but I think he's in a great position. You know, they're going to a new conference. And, you know, we judge him for 4 years. That's how we judge him. We judge him for 4 years. You get your complete class. And I think despite transferring, you still got to give him 4 years. Because, you know, there's still going to be a type of development, player development. So that's not going to go away where, you know, just everybody's developing a person. I mean, some point, you know, people going to like let you develop them. So I don't think he'll move. I really don't. I think he'll stay. I don't think he'll leave. I think he'll stay. Man, I figured out why it gets so hot in this room. The fireplace is right there down under. And so all that heat raises. Because I got a fan blowing on me now because it gets hot as fuck. So that's what it is the fireplace is down there and the heat rises. Oh, okay. But anyway, so I don't think he's going to leave. 12-team playoff next year. Yeah, 12 teams. Yeah. So, 12-team playoffs. So that's going to run in, you know, he's going to come into that, and that's great. That is great. So, he'll come into that. So, you know, I think, I think he's, you know, I think he's in a good position. I really think that. I really think he's in a really great position. So I mean, he could have got that. He could have got them jobs. He could have got Texas A&M. Don't make him think them cats is all more solid than him. Definitely ain't got bigger names. Like even the coaches he played, he lost to, you know, they was getting hype and more attention. And they didn't like it because, you know, they ain't him. Why is he getting all the attention? We got a better team. Okay. Like you said, you know, let's see you can keep beating their team. If he can't recruit, then that will show. Because that's what college is getting that talent there. That's why I'm going with Harbaugh winning. Still college, I'm going Michigan should win this. This is a replay of 97. Right now, it's going to be in the championship game, it's going to be Michigan and Washington. Michigan's going to prevail. It's a 97 rematch of the co-champions. So that's and next year it's going to be even funner, you know, more teams involved, and you know, his sons are going to play well. So Michigan and Alabama. Yeah, I'm totally Michigan. And I must have thrown my other Michigan hat away, so I got to go buy another Michigan hat or order it. I'll order one. And I think Sunday I'm going to wear the same gear I wore before. I might go buy another hat. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go buy another hat. I got to go get my brother-in-law a hat. They still got the hats. He wanted this hat that he's like, and he didn't buy it. I thought he bought it because he came from Liz when he showed me the Ant jersey. He came from Liz. I was like, oh, I thought he got it. He didn't get it. He's like, I got this hat. He got the light blue kind of stuff. So, and I don't know, guys. I just don't know how, you know, when you get dressed and shit, you just don't feel good in whatever you wear. It's like I think one thing that's really women do like women just, I don't get women's a lot of times because women would be pajama pants everywhere kind of people. And like you go, it ain't just Walmart, it's anywhere. You know, women will wear pajamas out in the public, like it's pajamas is slacks and bonnets. I saw dude caught this woman and stuff with another guy, and she was out on the date with the bonnet on. Like, what are you saving yourself for? Like in the movie Napoleon, he was trying to get something from his woman. He's like, no, Napoleon, my hair is set. No, okay, you can still get it. So, still get it. So, yeah. Dr. Sinister. Wait. Before I give you any props, what did you say? I hope Michigan wins, but I don't see Bama losing. You know why you don't see Bama losing? Because you have no vision. But thank you for coming. Michigan is whooping Alabama's ass.
You got to have vision.
But you know how you do it. You've been on the Chocolate Mountain many times, and you know where the club is. It is on the Galactic Patio. Let's get down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics. But you know, it is only one rule. It's up there like a trophy. The F-150 Lightning. All electric. How do you think I power this whole thing? I plug everything into that Lightning. And that's why.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F-150 alone. It's giving all the juice to all its place. And you, like everyone else, is here for me to... Oh, thank you, Woodstock. I see Alabama losing and being dominated. Because we got just as big European linemen as they got big melanated linemen down there. Big on big. So no, I think it's going to be one of the greatest watched, most highly watched. It's going to be a bigger game than the championship game. The winner of that game is definitely going to win the championship. But I'm pretty sure Michigan's going to win. I just look at the way they're doing everything. They're going to put Michigan in the final. All that fucking with Harborough, they're definitely putting him in. So, yeah. So, I don't know if I need to do it right now. But this will give me a kind of a break so I can go to the bathroom. I've been going for an hour. I need to stand up. That's the thing. You got to stand up. So I'm going to start this. I don't know if I'm going to play all of it, but I'm going to start it. So those of you who want to participate while I go pee, participate. If you don't, that's all right too. But we'll get a little start to it. Look how young I'm looking, even younger there. Fatter and younger.
Guess what I'm going to say. Just be open, be relaxed, listen to my voice, follow my voice, and we should have a good meditation. All right, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Palms up. We do the palms up to receive. And we're going to start with some breath work. So as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in through your nose, and I want you to breathe down to your belly. When you breathe down to your belly, I want you to expand that belly. As you're breathing in, I want you to focus on breathing in love and light. Then I'm going to have you hold the breath. And then after we hold the breath, we're going to do an exhale. You're going to exhale from the belly out through the mouth. I'm going to give you some numbers. We're going to count this. So as I'm asking you to exhale, I want you to breathe out anything that's heavy, anything that you're carrying, anything that is keeping you from your dream come true, from your wishes, your desires in your life, and give it to the Creator, to Source, to God. When we do the breath work, just relax. Just be calm. No worries, no stress. Do the best that you can. Don't worry about the counting. If you can't make it to the full counts, it's okay. Do you. Okay, let's start with the first breath. Breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Push it all out. Let it all go out. Next breath. Breathing in through the nose. Love and light down to the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, pushing it all out. Good. And last breath. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Releasing it all, letting it all go. Now we're going to just do a scan of the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top of the head and we're going to move all the way down to our feet. I just want you to go through the body and release any tension, any stress, any tightness you may be feeling, any stuck energies. You're going to imagine it going down a drain, or you can just give it to Mother Earth. Mother Earth will recycle that energy. So don't feel bad that you're giving it to her, just release it to her. Or like I said, just imagine it going down a drain, like you're standing in the shower and you're just washing it off. So let's start at the top of the head, releasing anything that is tight, just letting it go. Let's move to our forehead, any tightness in the brows, your eyes, letting go of any stress. Moving down to your ears, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, your jaw, chin, releasing any tightness in the shoulders, going down your arms, into your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingertips, letting go of any stress, any tension, any tightness in your upper back, your chest, lower back, your stomach, releasing any tension in your hips, lower legs, moving into the thighs, the knees, lower legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes, just letting it wash away, just releasing it, giving it to Mother Earth. Now I'd like you to take an inventory if anything still feels tight, going back and giving that area some love and allowing it to release. Let's start now by bringing your awareness within. I want you to start focusing on bringing that awareness from your mind down to your heart space. Start pulling that awareness into your heart space. As you keep a light focus between your brows, not looking for anything, not stressing about it, just a light focus as you pull that awareness into your heart space. And gently pulling it down. As you do so, I want you to listen to the sounds in the room that you're sitting in. Maybe the fan is blowing or the heat is blowing. Just allowing those sounds and not attaching to them. You may hear family members or pets in the background. Just allowing as you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. You might hear some cars driving by. Just allowing those sounds to occur. As you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. We're just being. Nothing needs to be done in this moment. Thoughts may be rising in your mind of what needs to be done after this meditation or what needs to be done tomorrow. We're not going to attach to those thoughts. We're just going to let that energy pass as you're just being. As you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. Not worried about the bills, the chores that need to be done. Not worried about the workday for tomorrow or for the rest of the week. Just going to let those thoughts pass as you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. Letting go of any irritations you may have had today with things not going your way. And just allowing it to pass. As you sit in meditation, you may feel some numbness or tingling. That too shall pass, not attaching to it. Or just being. Keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. If thoughts continue to rise, just gently pull yourself back into the heart space. Gently bring your awareness in. Now, being in the heart space, I want you to imagine a green lotus flower opening up. If you don't know what a lotus flower is, it's okay. Just imagine a flower opening up. This is where our love resides, in the heart space. I want you to move your awareness within the heart space, within that lotus flower. And I want you to feel that energy as it expands and moves in all directions. I want you to embrace yourself in that love, that unconditional love. And send out that same love to all beings. Now let's move our awareness down to our solar plexus. Your solar plexus is located about 6 inches above your belly button. As you move your awareness down there, I want you to imagine a yellow lotus flower opening up and bringing your awareness into the center of that lotus flower. This is where our will resides, our inner strength, our goals. Just move yourself into that energy and feel that energy. Remember, we're not doing anything. We're just being. Allow yourself to be guided. Now bring your awareness down to your sacral. The sacral is located between the hips. below the belly button, where our sexual organs are. I want you to imagine an orange lotus flower opening up. This is where our passion and creativity sits. Bring your awareness into the center of the lotus flower. Allowing that lotus flower to expand in all directions. This is where our self-care and self-love, doing the things that bring us joy, allowing yourself to feel that energy. Now bring your awareness down to your root chakra. This is at the base of your spine. Imagine a red lotus flower opening up. This is where our survival sits. Bring your awareness into the center of the lotus flower. As the lotus flower expands in all directions, feel the connection to Mother Earth. Feel the connection to knowing that all of your needs are being met and will continue to be met. Now, as we go in and ground ourselves to Mother Earth, I want you to feel yourself rooting into Mother Earth as I guide you down into the center. Just rooting yourself, letting yourself go, anchoring yourself into her energy. Bringing your energy down into both of your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Bringing that energy down into the ground, into the rocks and dirt, going down the multiple layers of the earth, going down to Gaia, to Mother Earth, connecting with her consciousness, becoming one with her unconditional love. Feel yourself becoming one with her. We thank you, Gaia, for the blessings and graces that you give us. We thank you for all that you do for us on a daily basis. We thank the animals, the plants, the birds, the air, the wind, the water, and the fire for their part in our human experience and soul's evolution. Being filled with gratitude and love, now bringing that energy forth, bringing Mother Earth's energy as she gives it to us freely, bringing it up through the multiple layers of the earth, bringing that energy back up past the rocks and dirt, back up into the ground, into your feet, your ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart. Now move your energies up to the throat chakra. I'd like you to imagine a blue lotus flower opening up. This is where our truth resides, our communications with others. Feel that lotus flower opening up and expanding in all directions as you bring your awareness within. Feeling the energies. As we speak our truth, and we speak the truth with loving ways and loving words. Now bring your awareness up to your third eye. This is between the brows. You're going to imagine a purple lotus flower opening up. As you do so, bringing your awareness into the center as it expands in all directions. This is where our intuition or our connection to a higher self resides. Feeling those energies of being guided, of the knowings, of the nudges, of the visions, of the hearing, whispers in our ears of what we should be doing to continue to be on that path. What is for our highest and greatest good? and for those who are around us and surround us. Allowing that energy to expand. Now bring your awareness up to the crown chakra. The crown chakra is right above your head, outside of your body. Imagine a white lotus flower opening up. This is where our connection to wisdom and to the divine creator resides. Feel yourself moving into that energy as the lotus flower expands in all directions, allowing ourselves to be guided, knowing the truth that we are all one. Now bring your awareness up to the sun. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of the sun on your face, the life force energy. Feeling the energy of the sun on your body into each and every single cell. Bathing in that healing energy. Now bring your awareness up to the full moon, where the feminine energies resides. This is called the pink moon. This is a very powerful moon. Even though the full moon energies were the highest yesterday, we still have the energies for 3 more days. During a full moon, we do a release of letting go of things no longer that serve us, so that we can make room for the things that we desire in our life, which we plant during the new moon. This moon is also requiring us to be grateful for all that we have. For all the things in our life that we are grateful for, so that more can come forward. I'd like everybody to take a few minutes at this point and go ahead and say the things that you are grateful for in your mind towards the moon, and then also recognizing the things that you'd like to release and asking the energies of the moon to help assist with that. So let's take a few minutes and do a release and do some gratitude. Feel yourself swimming through the galaxy with your arms open wide, gathering up all that infinite energy, bringing all that infinite energy back down through the stars, through the moon, through the sun, bringing that energy back in through the crown chakra, into each and every single cell, down into your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, splitting the energies again between both thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, going into the ground through the rocks and dirt, going down the multiple layers of the earth, bringing that energy back into the Mother Earth, connecting with her consciousness, with her love, her unconditional love for us, bringing those energies down to her, giving those energies to her too, so she can replenish herself. We thank you, Gaia. Bringing our energy up one more time through the rocks and dirt, through the multiple layers of the earth, bringing that energy back up into the ground, back up into your feet, your ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart. Now moving deeper into the heart chakra. Going deeper into the heart chakra, the bridge bridge to our spirit guides, to the angels, to the archangels, to the transcendent masters, those of the highest frequency and vibration, those for our highest and greatest good, to be with us now according to God's divine will and plan, and so it is. We ask that you light our path and show us our way. We ask that you make yourselves known to us in a way we can understand. We ask for your protection and guidance as we move forth, and so it is. Let's just take a couple minutes and do a silent meditation, and then I'll pull you out.
I mean, I can just see how relaxed. I mean, I am like totally relaxed. And I was like when she did the breathing exercise where she was saying release it, I was able to do it all at once, and it was like, so it's quite this is quite fascinating. This is deep. And I hope she doesn't mind me using this. This is 2 years ago.
Mute yourself and let's see what your subscribers felt.
All right. All right. That gave me a chance to, do a couple things. But for those of you that like the exercise, that was for you. And I saw my main man, even though he's got enough money to go live in Japan. PJ Allen. And I know he always controls his.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
And he definitely has.
Got to have vision.
And he's been on the Galactic Mountain so much, he's a regular. He's got his own booth on the Galactic Patio as we do the... Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slide. And he has been with me many times as we ride down on that F-150, but he knows better than touching it.
Don't touch my truck.
And he's here like everyone else for me to take you. Thank you, Sly Stone, for taking us higher. Oh, yeah. What did he say? There I go, there I go, there I go. You are the one that really stirs my soul. Every time I'm with you, I don't know how to behave. That ain't quite right, but, it sounded good, didn't it? June, baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Higher learning. Minnesota College adds cannabis to its course. Damn, I saw this earlier. Did I talk about this last night? I watched this, but I don't even know if I talked about this last night. I don't know. I don't know. But welcome, Brother PJ. Warm weather keeps outdoor rinks closed. This is like the winter of 11 or 12. So that's all this is. I think tomorrow I'm going to go get me a pickleball net to put it anywhere. We're going to play pickleball on the spot. I know I could go to the mall and play pickleball in there. It's spots where motherfuckers ain't in there. And there's plenty of overhead room. But they're about to turn it into something else. So, yeah, I might go see Aquaman tomorrow. We could have really went to see it today, but I did want to watch Monday Night Football. As I said, I could have went to the jazz concert too, but Monday night, Thursday night football kind of. And then I said before, they blacked me out. Blacked me out with the Timberwolves, so I couldn't even watch my Timberwolves. And I'm a fan. But I hope everybody is well. Damn, I hope you're well. I hope you're, mentally well, physically well. Like I say, I hope you're doing it in 3D the best way it can be done. Because there ain't nobody like you. You are one of a kind. You can talk all that multi-dimension shit, but they even mention then if they like you, it ain't the same. So you are so unique in this universe. The way your energy is put together, and the different families that you're connected to, the different personalities, all that is built into you. I mean, you'll have a habit that you don't even know why you have, and I don't mean like a drug hack or anything. And yeah, alcoholism. That definitely can be passed on. From person to person. That's real. And we know, the brothers and sisters. I've told the story. The brothers and sisters that live over on the reservation. Sovereign nation. Just because these motherfuckers make all the money, they're millionaires every year. They get millions. And they're still alcoholics and still dying from alcohol poisoning. They still do crime. One dude got out of jail after 20 years, something like that, and he's got several $1 million coming to him. Or however long he was in jail, I forget. But they still having the same problems. I've told a story before. A dude went over there. A veteran just walked in the dude's house and just killed this old native. He was just sitting in the basement. This, dude walked in the wrong house and flipped out and killed. Just walked in the house like he was programmed, and killed his grandfather in front of his grandchildren. No reason. Said he walked in the wrong house. But again, why was the door open? That he could walk in. Ain't nobody walking in my house. The doors is locked 100% of the times. So they still try to kill them folks over there too. Don't think they don't. And call them incompetent. Control their money. But at least now it's not the Europeans controlling their money. Only another Indian can control another Indian's money. So, but all that same things, And I'm only silent because I just hope everybody feels as good as I feel. And I want to say I hope everybody feels as confident as I feel. And as strong as I feel. With no fear. Facing it all with the chin, Now, there's things to be avoided, no doubt. That's life. It's like the old what was it called, asteroid game. You avoid. You avoid things. That's timing. Timing helps you avoid things. Timing will tell you, you this track is better. Your mind is telling you, well, I need to be here, a little quicker, but timing is telling you just like when you go in a car wash and it locks you in, it's sometimes timing say, I'm gonna just lock you in. Just lock in and we gonna move you through. And that can go, against some motherfuckers, because some motherfuckers, they push that shit. They reject the timing and they say, fuck it, I'm washing my car, but I'm driving all the way through. Which, you're fucking your car up and it's harder to move through. But that's how some people move through. It's funny. I guess I first noticed this, like looking at yearbooks and then looking at what happened to the people. And it's funny, they want you to take your senior picture because that's like the peak of youth. You're not a full adult, but yet you're at the peak of youth. So that's why you take a senior picture. And I remember, like when the crack epidemic hit and looking at people and it's, at this point that we're only talking about 10, 15 years out and how destroyed the people looked already. These people looking, older, much older and destroyed. You know. What did the whisper say? Lost and turned out. She's lost and turned out. Yeah, it's a bunch of bitches and humans that got turned out by life, you know. And I bring that up because, you know, looking at I follow on Facebook a lot of high schoolers, and like it's Flint, Michigan, is one of them. And you know, my cousin, they won the championship. One of the Flint teams won with Cassie Russell, won the championship in '71, I think. And you know, looking at all these pictures and looking at all this potential of these people, and you know, seeing these clippings that you know mirror my clippings. You know, where the paper, motherfucker was in the paper. Can you imagine how many times Magic was in the high school paper? From the time he was in the 9th grade till he graduated. Not only was in the Lansing paper, he was in all the papers. Too many papers. He was in his picture was in the paper so much where you know he probably didn't get them all clipped. But it's like just looking back at that potential of people that played high school sports and you know had bright ideas. It's like sometimes my memory is too good because it's like I can remember how guys used to play in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Cause it's like that seemed to be like like if you really wasn't good in 8th grade, like 9th grade, like the summer of getting out of 8th grade, if you wasn't really good, that's kind of where it was cut for you. And again, some you know back then people could if you got cut from your school teams, you could play church ball to keep your skills going. In some cases, you could play church ball up until high school. You know, the way they used to have it where I lived. And you saw, you know, where you saw the people die off. You know, you saw where you see where the talent kind of the people that were dedicated and had the real talent kind of kept pushing on. And I mean, I don't know many of you can remember that, but I still remember guys' games. And that is so miraculous how if you think about it now and then you look at them how they turned out, it's like everybody had a game. It's like I grew up with a dude, his name literally was Blind Bert. Like I knew Bert so long that Bert, like one of my first early memories was of Bert. Like Bert and Davy, and again, I had to be 2. I had to be 2, and both these cats was 2, 3, 4, 2. They had to be 5. Both of them was probably 5. And they got in a little fight in front of me, and I think Davy hit Bert, knocked Bert glasses off, and Bert was literally blind without glasses. So they both lived behind my aunt's house. So they got to fighting and shit, and then Davy came back crying and had to find Bert glasses. Like, yeah, got a whooping, go back and get his glasses. But I remember Bert and I played to see who was Connie Hawkins. And again, Bert is 3 years older than me, so I'm probably in 8th grade. He was in 10th grade, so I was probably in 7th. Yeah, I was probably in 7th grade. And he just barely beat me. He's in 10th grade and I'm in 7th, he's probably going his junior year. I was probably going into my 8th grade year, and he barely beat me. He got to beat Connie Hawkins. But my point is, even he had a game. Now, he played high school football. He never played high school basketball. Might have played 9th grade. I don't really remember. And he's not with us anymore. And he was you know, I've named a dance after this nigga. This nigga did a dance, and you know, I've got it busted out. But he was one of the funniest. Like we all talked the way he talked, which was truly a mumble time of talk. Like we mumbled to each other, which you know I've talked about that before. Y'all remember the mumble song with what was his name? Black Note. The Black Roots made that mumble song, you know. But it was like we had our own language, you know, and he was like one of the drivers of the language, which was so funny. And so he would just say shit like, we'd ask him some shit. And he's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And I mean, this shit was just like from this goofy nigga, you know, he just come up with shit like that. Oh, And I've had like crazy memories about this cat where the first time I smoked weed with him, he's like, I'm wearing headphones. He's like, are you high? Put on the headphones. And to where, you know, this dude was like a straight up crackhead and we had to beat him off. Like he had borrowed one of my cousin's mopeds and shit. And like we had to go get him, you know, track it down and found him. And like he wouldn't even just let go. We had to beat the nigga's ass to make him let go. He was that kind of cat. And the last time I saw him, had just got out of prison, not jail, prison. And he was telling us all kind of prison stories. He'd be good for now, telling us all kind of prison stories. But you know, he's literally, you know, you look at people that you run across. And you know, they're forgotten. You know, they're forgotten. And I just gave him a little life, you know, of somebody that you never heard of, but he was a character. Like really a character. Like we used to, like he came up with the shit like we didn't say it was our girl. He was like, oh, is that your lady? Oh, this nigga came up with, is that your lady ho? But he called is that your lady o? And that's what all of us would call our girls. Like, oh, is that your lady o? And he came up with that shit. Lady o. Is that your lady ho? But all of us called it. It's like, yeah, this is my lady o. And that's what we had to answer. Motherfucker would ask you that, oh, that's your lady o? Yeah, that's my lady o. So we had our own little language and shit. You dig? This weird looking motherfucker. And damn, it was a cartoon that looked like this nigga. And you really, damn, I'm trying to think of I can picture who I'm trying to think. He was a character. He was a sidekick, but this dude looked like it. I mean, he literally from the time he was a little boy, his glasses was like this. His glasses was super thick, and he wrestled and he didn't play. He played football and he wrestled, but he was a character. And of course, you know, as crack destroyed a lot of people, I think he got caught in that. I don't think he was a heroin person. I think he got caught in crack. But I know this brother ain't with us. And he was like declared legally blind at a very young age. Like he took his glasses off. This nigga's like, you know, he looked high all the time. But yeah, Bert Phillips was this nigga's name. That was one of my guys. But you know, the city can spit you out. And if you don't make certain decisions, catch you up and shit. And have you like, Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there. Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there. And how you like that? They call that ghost of the past. That nigga ever comes back, we'll hang him. If you ever come back, we're going to hang you. That's how they make you feel. If you ever go back, they want to hang you. But I'm like my man, I ain't never scared. I come in there looking like somebody else. They're like, wait, I'd be having butter waves on. I'd be looking like Red from the 5 Heartbeats and shit. Like, whoa, we're looking for somebody bald-headed. This guy has finger waves. Don't think it's him. Don't think it's him. You dig, you know, you really dig it. It's like, don't think it's him. Ah, and that is the funniness of it all. That is the funniness of it all. Yeah, it looks like they've taken a break from a lot of debauchery. That's good. I wonder why that is. It says municipal liquor store profits take a dip. I wonder what's making them. I think because you can buy weed now. You don't need as much liquor. I still drink just as much, if I'm high or not high. Still drink just as much. Doesn't seem like I drink any less. Didn't have a cigar tonight. Forgot to get one. I didn't go nowhere. Going crazy just being in the house. Now I'm really a recluse. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a recluse like a motherfucker. I can be out every night and shit, I can stay in the fucking crib and be cool as a motherfucker just being in the crib. I saw some shit earlier. It said a dude hit a person and it tore the person's leg off, and they drove 40 miles with the person with the leg tore off on the car. So you telling me, you drive and this mug is on your hood in your windshield, and you drive 40 miles with him on the windshield. The dude is holding on, his leg is missing, and he's like, hey, you ain't gonna take me to the hospital, man. How do you ignore that? I guess he turned the music up. I guess you could turn the wipers on. The wipers would snap or hit him and shit. But how do you hit a nigga and the nigga's on your hood and you drive 40 miles with him on your hood? Or maybe like he hit the part of the hood where you couldn't see him. I don't know. You would have to see a human on your hood. That's really not giving a fuck. Like, fuck you. You shouldn't have been on my hood. That's treating him like a zombie. Like, yeah, I ran the zombie over and the zombie didn't fly off, so, it's bad. Oh. Texas is going to be 55. Damn. Oh, a child is born in Hard Times, Mississippi. Damn. Okay. The world is cool today. Let's see.
A new Planet Fitness is now.
And there's some stories over here. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna let that go. This is some stupid looking shit. You can't do this on TV. Oh, I guess it's this nigga's story. Okay, they do the news like this. Okay, well, I can keep going. All right. Okay. I'll get into it a little bit. And so it's funny, like the energy this type of year, something gets fed, no doubt. Something's definitely getting fed. Like watch the Pope. That's the creepiest shit. I stay up late so I can watch the Pope. The Pope come on sometime, even like but that shit is some creepy shit. As I said, I had some folks that was Roman Catholic when I was growing up, and them folks was in them creepy ass churches, and that's some creepy shit. And they put all the idols and stuff, and it's like not ancestor idols. You got to have A idols. And as I said, that does give you a line of thinking. It's a line of programming that's, it's already there. It's easy to program people. They have 2,000 years worth of programming, so it's not hard to condition, not hard to program a person. If that makes sense for you. As I said, that's my knock on all of them. All religions. It's doctrine, dogma. I mean, you are the church, your body. You are the God. You have planets inside of you. So people don't understand. It's like, it ain't just your skin is over this. This is not a skin suit, as motherfuckers, one dude made it up and a bunch of people want to copy it. It's more than that. You're over worlds. You're in charge of worlds. That's kind of how the agreement of all this is. It's like it seems like we all work together, but it's a lot of agreements that puts this all together. And most people can't even talk to their insides. And that's a real thing. Most people, that's why I like acupuncture. Because acupuncture makes me talk to deep inside of myself. And I always thought that, I had a condition. But I guess my condition of understanding my breathing, I guess that's some spiritual shit. where I thought, it led to anxiety and shit. It's like, I guess this is one of the spiritual gifts given. And I really, I am conscious of every breath if I want to be. Like, really, every breath I can be conscious of. I've had this condition for a long time. I remember MJ Given, she found the name that it's called. But I guess this is part of the spiritual awakening. To be able to really feel each breath. I mean, I really can. So, certain things was, maybe in the DNA. It's hard to say how this stuff is given. And what and one thing I've learned is everybody has gifts. The gifts is in the DNA, no doubt. So whatever your ancestors were in and good at, that's some of it's bestowed on you, like it or not. I was watching a movie where, dude, it was really, I always say that Richard Pryor line, the baby came out and the baby, I looked like, it's like, goddamn, Margot, looks like the neighborhood coon. And the baby came out dark. And the mother found out that her father was melanated. And so it goes back into, the old say is, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. But again, there's certain relationships where you already know. I mean, you do know. So it's like the dude tripping because the baby's melanated. It's like, instead of just loving the baby and saying, well, we're not like that. Again, it's goddamn, Margot. He looks like the neighborhood coon. I want to tell this story. Look, this dude is jacked up dressed. I mean, I don't understand jacked up dressing. When you leave your house, you look in your motherfucking mirror, don't you? Like I was talking about to my wife the other day. I knew a young lady, and she was, for her age, she was cute. She smoked cigarettes, so that took away from her cuteness, but her boyfriend was like, he stink. When he dressed up, he had no sauce, nothing. And I never understood, but it was like, she liked the group of people that dude was friends with. That's what she liked. She liked the group. So if she had to be with this sorry motherfucker, she thought that was good, better, that she had to put up with him to be part of the group. And, that whole time she was handling her business because she had bought a house kind of behind where I used to live. So, she was, but I never understood. When I looked at her, I was like, what the fuck did you see in this funky motherfucker? Because I ain't stink since I was being changed by my mama. I understand stinking. And I don't understand, like, motherfuckers that don't, take any kind of personal awareness of how you look and how you present yourself. Because as I've said, every time I'm seen, I've got to be clean. And I may not be like my father and had a bunch of suits, because I don't wear suits all the time. But I got a hella clothes that's fly. All my shit is stiff, no doubt. And I wear what I enjoy wearing. 501s, no, 505s, excuse me. 505s. I got some 501s too. And, hoodies, sweatshirts. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Kangos. I love Kangos. I got about 10 Kangos. I've been wearing Kangos since, late 70s, early 80s maybe. Wearing it since then. You know, you turn these 504s around, they look like Navy hats. That's really the way you're supposed to wear these. You're supposed to wear these not cocked to the back, but on top, like a Navy hat. As you turn them around, they look like a Navy hat. So you wear them on top, not like the Carl Eller, where, you know, the Kango is hanging the back of your head. No, you wear them on top. The same way I'm wearing this like this, if I turn it around, it's still on top, not way back there. It's just personal style. And, you know, nigga, I got Hamburgs. I got Godfather hats, too. You know, you look at my picture, you know, I'll show out with me and my sons. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, don't you be leery motherfuckers like, hey, I just got back from Thailand. Thailand got 2 strikes on it to me. It's got a lot of girly boys, and it's got a bad reputation for pedophiles. So these is 2 things that so strikes to me. And I remember my daughter used to watch a show, and the dad, like it's a rich family, and they're in Thailand. And the dad's, I'm like, okay, he's got business there, huh? And I know those 2 things aren't the only 2 things that go on, but it just, and it's a channel. You know how shit just comes, where the dude finds all the lady boys. So I'm going to stay away from that place. I don't even think I want to go to Vietnam, maybe Cambodia, see Angkor Wat, but it ain't really, you know, that's all that's over there is just that. So I don't know. I love America. I don't see none of that shit over in Europe or Africa, none of that shit. Only American shit. I don't see none of that shit that they want us to worship. Like I broke down Magic and Michael Jordan and all them sellouts. Celebrating European motherfucking culture. You got to go to Europe to really feel it. You know, no, fuck that shit. Everything is here in America. America is the land of milk and honey. Definitely. So, I don't know if I want to show this story. I want to show how this motherfucker's dressed, though. This is some funny shit how this nigga's dressed. Look how he's dressed, y'all. He's on TV. Look at this shit. No t-shirt. This shit is young. Like, what is this? Is this like a jacket, or is it a jacket shirt? Like, he looks really jacked up looking. But, okay, let's go. Let's hear what he got to tell us.
Literally. High school cheer coach Adriana Williams is facing sexual assault charges. She went viral 3 years ago for this back to school rap.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number 1 in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when it come to me, ain't no stopping. I can teach a class.
I ain't gonna lie, she was jamming. She was jamming. Williams was arrested, however, Tuesday after a video of her in bed with a minor surfaced on social media. She has since bonded out. She faces 1 to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Tonight, we asked what would drive a teacher to an act like this and risk it all, career and all. Joining us to talk about it, therapist Dr. Nick Hardy. And
why has this chick got a mask on inside? You know, it's like, okay. All right. I that's all I'm going to show of their work. Their work is some bullshit. What would drive a teacher to do that shit? And she was like she...
crime made headlines all around the world. The teenage...
crime? Yeah, I'm not showing that shit. It's like you go to Shorts and see all these niggas dancing. It's like the challenge, the latest challenge. Nigga, please. That's some nigga, please shit. We should bring that back. Shit, free. Like, who caught her in bed? Like, really, who caught her in bed with the minor? And my thing is, was it a girl or was it a boy minor? That's my, like, who caught her with the minor? And she went viral, and I never saw that shit. She's the new teacher that was popping. Oh, my goodness. This shit is funny. Rescue me, 'cause I'm lonely. Rescue me. Take me in your arms. Rescue me. Damn, I don't care about them. They don't give a damn about us. Well, no, I just didn't shit. No, I gotta pee again. God damn. This is crazy. Oh, I saw this. This will give me enough time to go pee. I gotta pee again. I'm drinking beer. I gotta pee. So I think this will give me enough time. This is, how long is this? Yeah, it's 3 minutes. Okay. I'll show this shit. Damn. Wait, let me show this. What is this shit? What does this shit say? Damn. I guess I'm gonna show this before. This is some debauchery. Okay. Let me show this debauchery. I'll go back. We'll catch it from the beginning. This is some real debauchery. God damn.
Last 90 minutes, Phoenix police say that a 19-year-old woman was killed in a crash involving a Phoenix police officer this morning.
How? This car is burned up. Like, how did he hit this car to make it burn up? What is the Hyundai? The small Hyundai it looks like? Or the small Civic? How did he hit this car to make that car burn up? Look at this. That car ain't got any damage. He hit that car. That car is burned up. This car has burned up. All right, let him tell it.
At the intersection of 35th Avenue and Thunderbird. Moments ago, 12 News journalist Chase Golightly talking with the mother of that young woman. He's live tonight at the crash scene with what she had to say, and obviously just an absolutely heartbreaking story for this mom tonight, Chase.
Jonathan, that's right. They actually left just a few moments ago after creating this memorial for 19-year-old Ashley Vales at the scene of where this crash happened. We spoke with her mother this evening, who told us she was notified as soon as the crash happened. She lives in Las Vegas, but like any mother who cares deeply for her child, she immediately got on the road from Las Vegas, driving all the way to Phoenix. But it was on the road when she was told that Ashley didn't make it. It doesn't feel real.
I honestly don't feel like my child's dead.
Christina Worthy at the same place where her 19-year-old daughter was killed in a car crash.
She was full of life, very caring, very caring. She cared about everyone and everything.
Her daughter is Ashley Vales. She had just moved to Phoenix less than a month ago. Worthy said Ashley for the first time was living on her own, wanting to start her own path. Ashley had just met with a recruiter with the goal of getting into the Air Force.
She had hopes and dreams and aspirations, and she was positive. She was positive.
But now, that's gone.
It feels kind of like a dream.
Phoenix police say around 9 in the morning, a police officer had just taken a suspect into custody and was driving back. They were turning left at this intersection when they hit Ashley's car. It forced that car into a pole. Then Ashley's car caught fire. Ashley died at the scene. Police now saying hours after the crash that she entered the intersection during a red light.
A lot of investigators out here. It's going to take some time.
Police and security expert Stan Kephart said given the circumstances, investigators will still look at this case from all angles.
But there are a myriad of different things that could occur after this investigation is completed.
Plastic and glass from the crash still on the street.
I want to know exactly what happened.
As Worthy and her family hold each other for support. Phoenix police also told us that officer and the suspect in that police cruiser that were in that crash were taken to the hospital. They said that they did not suffer any life-threatening injuries, but again, this entire...
Man. That was crazy. Crazy insane. Crazy insane, y'all. That was crazy insane. God damn. The teacher. Definitely the teacher. I was rigged here at the job. That shit on. She had a freak off session indeed. Oh man, I remember like I told the story where this old lady tried to give me some pussy when I was 12 years old. And I didn't know what was happening. I was fucking around. When I was in going in seventh, damn, I ain't open it. When I was going in 7th grade, my girlfriend was going in 10th. She taught me most of like French kissing and all that shit. And she had an aunt. Yeah, I think the lady was her aunt, and her aunt was like a straight up pedophile. Like I've told the story before, she had kidnapped. This lady had kidnapped this white boy, this European. And I went to school with him. And the first day I met this weird motherfucker. So imagine like okay. So imagine you walk into school and this nigga stops you. And this nigga's got, like, if you know what a Raggedy Ann or a Raggedy Andy is, it's made out of that little cotton material, it's a little stuffed animal like shit. The what he showed me was like a pair of shorts. So what he presented to me was a pair of shorts that looked like a doll, a stuffed animal, a stuffed doll. So it was a pair of shorts like a stuffed doll, had pockets, but it had a zipper. This nigga's like, hey, look at this. He unzips the zipper and pulls the dick out this stuffed animal thing. It's like, okay, you's a weird motherfucker. But this is the nigga this woman kidnapped. And so, this woman asked me how big my dick was. She hugging me, telling me she's about to die. I didn't know what the bitch wanted. I was 12 years old. I was like zoning in on her niece. I wasn't really like, bitch, what do you want? What? You're dying. Okay, hug me. And so I introduced her to my fucking cousin. And now, let me say, my cousin came from a tough situation too. Because his father was a mean motherfucker. He was whooping everybody's ass. He whooped the mama's ass and all the children. He ruled his roofs with an iron fist. He would whoop all them motherfuckers. He was a mean ass man. But so, my cousin 15, his brother, my cousin that's the famous drummer. All his brothers is dead. Anyway, my cousin Chris met her. We introduced him to her. Next thing I know, we come over there. This nigga's laying in bed with her one day. It's like, okay, I guess you want it. And we were over there at a meeting and, they begging the little nigga to come back and trying to put the police on the bitch. My cousin ran away with her. He was 15 and ran away with her. He lived with her for 20 years. And in 20 years, she did the same thing to him again. Oh, yeah, she tried to give me some pussy. If I would have understood, I would have I could have fucked that woman. She was 39 when I was 12. When my cousin was 15, she was 39. And he lived with the bitch, so he was with the bitch 49, 59. He was with her for 15, so he was what? 25, 35. He was with her till he was 35 years old. And I think she has some. This is what's fucked up. When I met the bitch was living with her husband. It was like her 2 children and her husband was there. Her husband was named Don. Her name was Gwen. Her husband was named Don. So I don't know, maybe Don disappeared because I guess Don was a ball player because the dude who's, I'm sure, one of my handlers, he knew the guy. Because I think they was from Benton Harbor, I think. it's funny, you know, later, her niece, I knocked her off when I was in 7th grade. Later, when I came back from college, she was one of the, you know, go-tos. Tammy, she was one of the go-tos when I would come back from college. I had messed with her from I was 10th, from the time I was 7th grade till, you know, I remember I came back from college and she found me somewhere. She was like, yeah, you got to come over and stay with me. I'm like, okay. Tammy. And Tammy had a cousin, or yeah, Bruce was her cousin. But yeah, that was the adventures of a young man. And probably where we lived back then, you know, as I said, you know, my brother, I love very dearly. I mean, the days was like this. We lived in townhouses, not really row houses like I live in. These was basically townhouses, 2 bedrooms, you know. Man, I guess we had 2 baths or a bath and a half. And anyway, there was a playground, and my brother was about 5 years old. I'd walk him to the playground, and I would be riding my bike all around. There was a hoop right there, so I did a lot of hooping. But it was literally this little mug would be in the playground from, say, 9 o'clock until noon. Have to go get him, go home and eat lunch, and then literally leave him again from, you know, 12:30 until I get tired. You know, 4 or 5. That's how it used to be. You ain't had to be right there on the children. Wouldn't nobody bother the children? He was in a playground with sand and a gate. And my mother would literally, like, if you guys watch that new Sam Cooke kind of thing, where Sam Cooke's wife walks in the house and leaves the toddler out in the pool. Like, who would do that? And, you know, you later understand, you know, some of her problems, but I mean, who would do that? What is you doing? You got to go in the house and you can't take somebody that can't swim in the house with you. Why would you leave them outside? Well, I just went in the house for a second. You know, there was some fucked up, dumbass parents. Because I knew another lady in North Carolina was a newscaster. You know, child died the same way. Turn around, child's, you know, money killed your child. Because without a pool, your child would still be alive. Money killed your child. Do you understand that? Because like even, what was the movie I just watched? The Shifter. Even them. Your child is walking down the aisle and you ain't following behind it. Like, I ain't never let one of my children just like walk around and I don't follow them. Like, really? You just don't follow. The motherfucker can just walk all the way down to the next row and you don't follow. I don't get that. As I was even saying about them Atlanta killings, when one of the boys got picked up at the supermarket because they would lead the 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old boy to take people's groceries for tips. They saw no problem with that. They were so used to serving Europeans that they saw no problem with that their child could be in danger. Whereas there could be somebody with a van, station wagon. They could snatch that child in minutes and you ain't watching. Because, you know, 3, 4 people can handle one person pretty easily. Some instances, 2 people can handle one person pretty easily. I say, P.J. Allen said he loved older women in his 20s. I'm going to tell you what, though.
Reaction, and a fair warning to you.
Let me say this. 50-year-old pussy is still pussy. 60-year-old pussy is still pussy. I haven't had any 70-year-old pussy, so I can't say how it is. But it appears to be still pussy, so it never gets too old. I'll say that. Never gets too old. My grandmother, like outlived 4 or 5 husbands. When my grandmother was 70, she married a dude in her 40s. So do you think they got married and never messed around? Come on. I know better. And she outlived that dude. She outlived like 4 or 5 husbands. She was like player pimp. So it's still pussy. But I must admit, back in 2010, before I turned 50, I was about in my 40s. I was older than the girl's mama, but she was 19, and it's 19-year-old body is beautiful body. I was in my 40s. I was older than her mama. I think I was 48. Her mama was 46. But she had a 19-year-old body, and that is different. I hadn't seen a 19-year-old body in a long time. She's a grown-ass woman. 19 is still grown. But that looked different. Must admit, I was used to 30 and 40-year-olds at that point. And yeah, even my ex-wife was 12 years younger than me, but her body at that point wasn't looking like that 19-year-old. So, damn. Let's show this one instead. Oh, man. Elder abuse. That's what this is called. It's called elder abuse. Show this shit. Do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Let's work it out.
Are on the run, accused of stealing all of an elderly woman's money. The employee allegedly drained the woman's account to less than $2 and took almost $200,000. ABC 13's Giovanni Ligi is live in the newsroom for us tonight, breaking down those court documents. Giovanni?
She is not cute. Can you imagine what she looked like with all this off? Oh my goodness, she is not cute. The boobs is, man, you should get a boob job just to make them look more perky. But okay, let's go. Sorry.
The bank confirms that the employee is no longer with them and that they are working and cooperating with law enforcement. But those court documents lay out how this 86-year-old was arguably blindsided by somebody she thought she could trust. Houston police are on the search for 29-year-old Cecilia Brown. She's a former bank teller here at Frost Bank in Southeast Houston and is now accused of stealing almost $140,000. Court documents lay out her elaborate scheme that spanned for months. Those documents show she built a relationship with an 86-year-old woman who told police she considered Brown like one of her own, a daughter. This year, between February and June, Brown withdrew almost $140,000. And here's how her former supervisor at the bank says she did it. Brown would allegedly go into the vault room and take stacks of cash. They accuse her of then hiding it under papers when no one was looking. She would then walk back to the teller counter and put it underneath. They say she would then walk out of the bank with the cash stuffed inside of boxes, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars at a time. But she was caught when the 86-year-old got a letter in the mail saying her IRA account had been drained to just $1.50. An investigation was conducted, and at the time, Brown was placed on administrative leave. And we did try and find Brown to speak with her. We weren't able to do so, but she does have a warrant out for her arrest. And tonight, Frost Bank confirms that they have repaid the 86-year-old all of the money that was taken. Eric.
Shit, that sounds like a lick to me. That was a lick. That was a lick. She hit a lick, and they said she's still on the run. So, hey, that loot should have you get away. That was a lick.
Reaction. And
all right, I'll show this. This is, again, this is debauchery. That was a little bit of debauchery, but sometimes I like when a bad guy wins. But again, taking advantage of the elderly.
Look at some video that's been edited and released, just so you know, by Mesquite police, showing what led to an officer shooting and killing a 19-year-old man. Peyton Lawrence's family has called for more transparency from police since last week's shooting. Tonight, our Caroline Vandergriff has their update and also the family's reaction. And a fair warning to you, you may find some of what you're about to see disturbing to watch.
Calls for justice in Mesquite. After seeing video of 19-year-old Peyton Lawrence's final moments, the Mesquite Police Department posted edited surveillance video and police body cam footage online to show what happened around 3 a.m. on December 14th.
A caller contacted Mesquite Police Department dispatch and advised that their silver Hyundai sedan was just stolen from their residence.
Video shows the stolen car and a Chrysler sedan leaving the area together and pulling into a gas station. Lawrence is in the driver's seat of the Chrysler.
The front passenger from the Chrysler sedan exits the vehicle and enters the business with the driver of the stolen Hyundai.
While they're inside, an officer arrives and approaches the stolen Hyundai before heading towards the Chrysler. Police say he'd seen the two cars drive there together. The two people who went inside the 7-Eleven then walk out.
Get on the ground now! All of you! Get out!
One begins to run away, and the other follows. At this point, you can see Lawrence has both of his hands up in the driver's seat.
Do not move! I'll kill you! Do you understand me?
As the officer gives descriptions of the suspects to dispatch, he repeatedly tells the driver of the car not to move.
Stay right there. Shut the car off. Shut the car off now. Shut the car off now. Shut the car off now. Shut the car off now.
The car reverses slowly, goes forward a bit, and reverses again. From the video, it's difficult to tell exactly where Lawrence's hands are at this time. When the car starts moving forward a second time,
do not move! Do not move!
The officer fires 3 shots into the driver's seat. The attorney for the family, Lee Merritt, watched the video with Lawrence's parents. He says it shows.
That's some cold. Woo! That's what it is. That's a snuff video. If ever there was a snuff video. Okay. Is his life threatened? Is his life threatened? It is not. He cannot get up enough momentum to injure the officer, even if he hit it. The officer could easily roll away. So is this justified?
Do not move!
Again, if he goes forward, how hard can he bounce the officer? Can he kill the officer in this position if he guns the car? The officer is almost on the side. He's not really in front of the car. He's kind of moved to the side.
Do not move!
The officer fires 3.
Again, is this propaganda? Because we've been seeing this over and over again. Is this propaganda? Is this real? Is this really real?
Move!
How is he justified? Does the training teach you this? Does the training teach you to shoot a person, to kill a person, to take? Is this a lethal? Is his life in danger right at this point? Is his life in danger?
Do not move!
Is his life in danger?
The officer fires 3 shots into the driver's seat. The attorney for the family, Lee Merritt, watched the video with Lawrence's parents. He says it shows the officer did have legitimate reasons to investigate, but not to shoot.
But officers, not under the law, are not permitted to use deadly force to stop a vehicle from leaving a situation they don't want it to stop in. Everything that Mr. Lawrence could do to show that he was surrendering, to show that he was not a threat, he attempted to do before this officer moved forward with the use of deadly force.
The family now plans to move forward with a federal civil rights lawsuit.
Right now we're going through a tough time, and I'll be...
Where's Ben Crump? Where's Ben Crump? Where's Ben Crump? I don't know what happened.
Lawrence had an outstanding warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and officers found multiple guns in the car afterwards.
In the driver's seat floorboard, officers recovered a .45 caliber Llama handgun with 2 rounds.
Mesquite police
We don't know if that was dropped. All that shit was dropped.
aren't releasing the name of the officer involved, but say
Okay, well, again, he was in some debauchery. He was in debauchery. There's no doubt about it. He was doing debauchery. So if he wasn't in that position, he wouldn't have got one in his ass. I guess that's the best way I can say it. That's the best way I can say it. Oh, should we look at that? And, they'll feed me more debauchery. Video shows racist assault on Boston's train. Who are they racist to? Porch pirate in St. Louis Park dresses up as Amazon driver. Let's hear it.
You need to be okay.
No, we don't need to be okay, baby. I want to hear this. Porch pirate in St. Louis Park dresses up as Amazon driver, and he steals packages, y'all. He steals packages. He's like the Grinch. I think only the Grinch steals packages. Let's go.
Pirate chose a unique disguise to steal some Amazon packages.
A St. Louis Park woman says the thief came dressed to deliver as an Amazon driver. It was all caught on camera. WCCO's Jason Randless shows us what you can do to keep those precious holiday gifts safe.
So you see a guy get out of the car.
Our story begins, as most tales of porch piracy do.
He kind of like sneaks up to the front of our steps.
With one more significant difference. This thief,
They were wearing an Amazon jacket.
arrived in uniform.
At 9:45 on our ring, we got notified that someone had stolen our packages.
It's something Anna Bowles of St. Louis Park
No, this is definitely the first we've heard of it.
was completely unfamiliar with, at least until it happened to her Wednesday morning.
They took wrapping paper, different Christmas presents that we're expecting for our kids, and a couple of baby items.
It's something Amazon says they are also unfamiliar with.
An Amazon spokesperson tells me this is something they just don't see. They offered a few tips to keep your packages safe from porch pirates this holiday season.
Amazon says customers can specify exactly where packages are delivered. The company also offers Amazon lockers for secure package pickup at thousands of...
Let me say this. Them motherfuckers. Because I think Nick said he sent me something. I think he sent it to my old address. He must didn't send it here. So if you see this video, you didn't send it to me. He must have sent it to my old address. But anyway, these motherfuckers, like 2 weeks ago, we was getting a bunch of packages from my neighbor. Like, I've got packages from my neighbors, where motherfucker, like, one Amazon motherfucker took a picture where he dropped it, and it was the wrong address. He dropped it to me. It went to the lady next door to me, my neighbor. So they be fucking up all the time. Oh, gosh. That's good. I'm tired. I'm still getting up early because I got shit to do. I love to sing. Don't y'all like to sing? I had some little cousins turn 20 today or yesterday. Yeah, they want motherfuckers to really, really, really be paranoid. They're already telling you, this is some shit I saw earlier. And this is some shit, again, and this goes into being real and fake at the same time. I'm going to play this. Play a little bit of this. This is real and fake at the same time.
U.S. officials are on heightened alert for individual attackers posing potential threats at large-scale gatherings like New Year's events. CBS's Catherine Herridge has more on this alert and what authorities are looking out for.
Okay. When they tell you this kind of shit, that makes you think they want to start activating people. Because they, look, they know everybody's phones. We know how they activate sleeper cells and sleeper people. When they come out to this, they're telling you to beware. Beware. That's what they're telling you, to beware. And that's what's good about America. We can pop a motherfucking anywhere. How many, we had that one dude killed a dude across the mall. Dude's trying to shoot people in the mall, and motherfucker with a 9 nailed him. That's America. So that's what I say. If you go out this past holidays, take some heat with you. Motherfucker act up and lay him down. That's what they don't count on. They don't count on someone else being prepared like they are. And that's all you got to do. This is America, baby. Everybody's armed. So, motherfucker open up, you open up on him. That's the only way to deal with it. And they want to scare you. They want to scare you. Well, if you get together, it's a possibility. Everybody carry. That's what America is leading to. That deters. But we see all this debauchery in Texas, and everybody in Texas got guns, so sometimes it really doesn't. Sometimes it really doesn't, but most of the time, it's better. It's like, when you take a coat and you don't need it. But if you don't take it and you need it, so it's better to just tie it around your waist, because if you need it and don't have it, what good is it to you? I would rather pop a motherfucker and then whatever comes next. I say to myself, so whatever comes next comes next. Give me a medal. I think I'm gonna have another my first ever fundraiser. I think I want to have my first ever fundraiser for an electric bike. Y'all want to help me get an electric bike? I can get an electric bike for $25. No, I think it's $2,500. No, that's $25 wrong. Without your help or with your help, I'm still going to buy an electric bike next summer. This happened a while ago, but it sounds funny. Masked man gets shot while trying to carjack undercover cop. What is this? What? Minnesota's only currency detecting canine. Why do you need a currency detecting canine? Why would you need that? Why would you need a currency? Okay, I'm curious. Why would you need a currency detecting dog? Okay. Just now them to smell greenbacks. Are they bringing greenbacks in?
Dogs that can track people, detect explosives rather, and find drugs. But the state of Minnesota now has a canine that can find hidden money.
And that canine, named Bia, helped crack a case that just led to a conviction. In a story you're seeing first on 5, Eric Shalou takes us to a central Minnesota community grateful for her help.
In the small community of Bolus, the Fire Department's Relief Association gives back to those in need.
You can't walk the street without somebody talking about it.
The official who used to oversee the department's charitable gambling operation was recently convicted of theft. The case was cracked in part by the Minnesota Alcohol and Gambling Enforcement's K-9.
That was nuts. And I didn't realize that they were bringing a dog in.
As we pulled it out and we saw the date taken written on there, and we see FD money written on there, it blew my mind.
Special Agent Brad Resney says his partner, Bia, the state's only currency detecting dog, found money in the suspect's house.
I was excited. It was the first time I actually got to deploy her and use her on a real life case.
In the case in question, Bia was able to find the money, they say, in a matter of minutes. They want to show us just how quickly she can find it. So here, they put on a test, put some money in a boot to see if she could get it.
Agent Resney brought Bia into the firehouse to demonstrate to us how she works to find cash. The nearly 3-year-old German pointer was trained by the State Patrol to find the scent of currency. When Bia finds money, she sits or freezes to alert her partner that she's found it. Good job! That's when Bia gets her toy as a reward.
You couldn't ask for a better partner that just lifts your spirits.
And help the firemen get the money back so they can now help their community, including a church that was damaged in a fire.
This dog wouldn't have helped us get it figured out. The church wouldn't have got the $10,000.
In Bolus, Eric Shalou, 5 Eyewitness News.
Okay, I'm not sure about that one. The motherfucking dog is sniffing money, y'all. The dog can sniff the money. I didn't know that went on. Oh. Man. All right. I can get out of that. Did I want to share some shit? I did not want to share that. I did want to share, not that. I want to share some shit. Where's that shit at? What is it? This is not it. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, this isn't it. This isn't it. Is it this? Yes. See if I can get this up. Okay, add. Oh, okay. Camera roll, yeah. Import. Okay. It's imported. Import this one too. Camera roll, import. All right. Let's see. This give me anything? No. Yes. Here we go. This is the debauchery I gotta put up with, y'all. This damn mountain lion laying on me. What did I do to deserve this mountain lion laying on me? This is what he does. If I'm sitting here, he thinks it's his business to lay on me. And we got another cat laying in front of the fireplace. You see, I put the plastic over the chair to keep these goddamn cats from scratching my shit up. Remember the 60s when you would put plastic on chairs? The plastic is only on the chairs when we're not sitting in them. So, like, 60 shit. No, nigga, you don't sit on the plastic. Got a basket over here. You put the plastic in. But when we're not sitting on it, we don't allow the cats to scratch on the shit. And I got panels of extra protection under this plastic. But it works. But look at this motherfucker all on me. But I've had this cat. This cat is 10 years old. So he is definitely living the life, making my legs numb and shit. Get your big ass off me. Oh, see, I try to tell my children, and they act like they don't know. As I've said before, when I was in high school, I had a 47-inch vertical, and it looked something like this, where your head be over the rim. You see, I could get my whole chest over the rim when I was 17. See this? When you get your head over the rim? That ain't hard. I had a 47, they said this cat had 47-inch. I had a 47-inch vertical. From the time I was 12 to the time I was 18, I consistently could jump up and touch 47, 48, 50 inches from just a straight up. So you see how his head and damn near shoulders is damn near. His head is over the rim. So there's some shit I be trying to tell my children. They say it's impossible to get your head over the rim. No, it's not. Not impossible. And remember, this is just pimpy as it gets. Look at that. Look at that. That posed picture of that young lady kissing her daddy. See? See that? That's how a 2-year-old should feel about a father. You give enough love, they give it back. I'm only gonna show a quick glimpse of her. She's the shit now. It's funny, she's starting to have little crushes and shit, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, I need to. Why is this giving me? And this is my mother. My mother's 82 years old with my son. Look at her. She got a drink or two of tequila in her. She went to the jazz concert tonight. She still drives and all that shit. Her and my son was sitting together. Woo! Oh, okay. This shit is live. Oh, I'll show that shit. Where's that shit at?
It's time for the percolator.
Here we go. I should make this
for the percolator.
Here we go.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Look at that.
It's time for the percolator.
Look at that.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
See, that's what I do in my spare time. I just fuck around and have fun. Shit, I'm amused by a lot of shit. A lot of shit amuses the fuck out of me. And I just learned to amuse myself. Yeah. Oh, is that my daughter's little girl? Let's see.
Mommy wants to watch my shows.
Oh, this shit's funny here. Let me catch her. This is my daughter when she's little. She's funny here. I might have to make a short out of this one. Okay.
Mommy wants to watch my shows.
Not my show. No, not your show.
I want to watch my shows. My turn.
No.
Well, when can mommy watch her shows?
I shows.
I can watch them after my shows?
Yes. After my dummies.
After Umi Zoomies?
Yep.
That's when I can watch my shows?
Go mine.
How many Umi Zoomies come on?
Minute and two.
Oh, okay.
But.
All right.
Wasn't like that in my house. You know, when she was little like that, I would just sit her in the corner and play her a videotape or CD of Frozen. Wasn't that shit? I was watching sports. She didn't rule shit in my house. She'd watch what the fuck I want her to watch. And you know how time goes quickly. This is my daughter and her mother. This is how quickly time goes. This is my daughter and this is her mom. Right after she's born, just a couple days there. It's August of 11. And that's your mom. So, you know, have fun with a job. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, I'll get out of this. I'm having too much fun, y'all. Okay. No, gotta get out of this. But they don't mean a thing. Oh, good. I got 3 hours in. What the fuck time is it? I don't wear that fucking Apple Watch. If I don't do shit, I don't be wearing that. Okay, here we go. Okay, come on. Come on back up. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Ah, there we go. Nothing in the world that I won't do. I'll give the world to you if you want me to. I'll do anything. I'll do anything for you. I'll give the world to you if you want me to. I'll give anything for you. All right. Oh, I should show this. This is deep. I think. Oh yes, let's show this. This is always good. This is always good. All right, here we go. This is always good.
Repeal the international robot laws. Yes, repeal the international robot laws. Abolish the use of police bots. Abolish the use of police bots. Robots only exist to serve us. Robots only exist to serve us. Robots are nothing but slaves. Robots are nothing but slaves. Robots are inferior to man. Robots are inferior to man. Death to the machines. Death to the machine.
Deaf to the motherfucking machine. Deaf to the machine, y'all. Deaf to the machine, no doubt, no doubt. Deaf to the motherfucking machine. You are so fine, ain't my type of hot, baby. Will you be mine? Okay. Let's oh, here we go. Girl, sit yourself down. This is where I can just talk about shit. Let's see what pops up, and I'll just see if I can talk about it. This is no fair. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll bring this up. All right. When I was 5 years old, my dad had one of these kind of Thunderbirds. And what was unique about this type of Thunderbird is when you open the door and you open the back seat, the steering wheel would shift over. Now we had the hard top. We didn't have the soft top. But when you would open this door, you'd open this door and you would push up the back seat, the steering wheel would slide over. The steering wheel would slide over, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. If you ever been in one. And then one old car I want to get is a 68, 69 4-door Thunderbird. Let's see if we can find that. 1969 4-door Thunderbird. That's the old car I want to buy. Yeah, this one right here. And this. Look at this shit, y'all. Check this out. This motherfucker's got suicide doors. You dig? A 67. You can get a 67 Thunderbird with suicide doors. A Thunderbird, y'all. Look at this motherfucker. This is a 69. Look at this shit. Suicide doors, y'all. All of them are sharp. Look at that. Look how sharp this car is. Suicide doors. Look at this. This is probably the same car. Only 13,067. Look at all that leather. Look at that. That is my dream old car. And these ain't hard to get. Look at this color. 70. I didn't know you could get a 70. Wow. The engine probably sucks. What engine's in it? Let's see. Did they tell? Shit, you get a monster in this motherfucker. A 429 with 360 horsepower. Whoa. Okay, I might find one of these instead. What is this called? This is a base? You could get that engine with 360 horsepower, and that's the base? Wow. But yeah, I love these cars. 67, 68, 69, 70. I love those type of cars. Not fair to talk about cars. I talked about her yesterday. I don't know who the fuck he is. I talked about him. Don't know what that is. This is Bingo Long. They call these jerseys the Bingo Long jerseys. Again, it's not fair with sports. It's too easy for me. Damn, Mr. T was in a football movie with Joe Namath? I didn't know that. I didn't know Mr. T was in a football movie. Is this coffee? What is this? Pam Grier, what? Shoulder to elbow, y'all. She don't pass the test. Pam Grier does not pass the test. Shoulder to elbow. Is this Errol Menegold? No, it's Michael Jordan. Trying to stay away from sports. I mean, look how good friends they were. Like, I've got this group of pictures. I got the book. I mean, look how good friends they were. He was like older brother to him. You know, the love they had for each other. At one point. Dolly Parton. Oh, chick. Oh, love. Oh, love. You're smooth operator. He's playing the voodoo part. You know what's funny? I'll say this. My roommate knew this cat. My roommate that was in Vietnam, he was from Bedford-Stuyvesant. He knew this cat. He used to do the Dr. Pepper commercials, but he knew this cat. And you know, Fred Sanford. Fred Sanford is, the first Pryor album I ever heard was Fred Sanford or Fred Red Fox, and it's called Pryor Going Fox Honey. It was the first album I'd ever heard of Red Fox and Richard Pryor. Superfly. Look at that. Wearing that fucking hat is kind of cool. He's a fan of Ali. And I've talked about this before. First black coach. And this is Roberson, Paul Roberson, who also played pro football. This is Miles Davis and Cicely Tyson. Miles didn't know when to let go. She's young and she's kind of shoulder to elbow. I don't know. But, this is Miles. Miles married her. So this is a younger Miles. They say Miles had AIDS. Anybody else hear that? Look at this shit. He looks like a creature like a motherfucker. They Stevie Wondered this nigga. They said he died of AIDS, though. Y'all heard that? That Miles Davis died of AIDS? Because he was a one-time heroin. Look how bald he is, y'all. I don't even, it's just hanging on. Like, he ain't know when to let it go, did he? This is a wig. Look at that. Look at the glue right there. Look at that. That's glue. This nigga done glued some hair on. Is that this nigga too? He couldn't let his hip hop go, y'all. He couldn't let his hip hop go. Damn, he's wearing a fucking weave back then. Damn, he had a child. God damn, how old was you with a child? This nigga 1,000 years old. This is when this nigga got beat up. He got beat up outside of a club. Here we go. They beat this nigga up outside of a club. He ain't even do shit, and then Europeans beat the shit out of him. He ain't even do shit. He's outside the club smoking the square, and they jumped on him. That's how they left him. I don't mind him. You know, I'm kind of into Miles Davis a little bit. I'm more of a Coltrane guy. And, you know, I don't really even get Charlie Parker. Like, he's even, you know, well, they say when he died, they thought he was an 80-year-old man, and the guy was 35. Look at him here. You can tell he's on heroin here. Just look at his, you know, he's on heroin there. Coltrane died of kidney disease. I know to you it might sound strange. I wish it would rain. Frankie Beverly, I feel that you feeling that I got the feeling. I keep feel that you're feeling that I get the feeling. Yeah, I dig some fucking Frankie Beverly. He's trash now, but when he was younger, Frankie Beverly, I feel that you're feeling that I got the feeling. You know, when I get that feeling, he needs sexual healing. He was looking for the next rock, though. You know, Marvin was looking for the next rock. Marvin was a weirdo, and Marvin also wanted that free bass. Never met a rock he didn't like. Give me that free bass. Who was this weirdo? James Booker? Okay, I don't know who that nigga is. I keep feel that you're feeling that I... Did Denzel get braces? I say again, did Denzel get braces? His shit was pretty raggedy. I could have been another Malcolm. Remember in Cotton Come to Harlem? I could have been another Malcolm. It's one of the twins. He's got a twin brother. He's in Big Mama. Remember Big Mama? They're playing one-on-one with twin boys. He's one of the twins. Damn, Popeye's wife. What is this? Oh, this is a mask? Okay. I didn't know. Oh, this is the funniest shit. Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. That was the song. Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. He was talking about sodomizing people. Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know the song was Tutti Frutti? Watch that documentary. Motherfucking Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. And he changed the words. Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. Like how? Like. Okay. I don't even know how to ask how that would even become a song. Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. That's the name of the song. Oh, the Hawk. Was y'all hip to Avery Brooks and Hawk? Avery Brooks was Hawk. Hawk was bad. He played on Spencer or some shit. He played Hawk. He played Spencer's. I can't think of the rest of the Spencer, but Spencer. And then they gave him his own show, and they was scared the motherfucker. Then they put him in space. They put him in space. But he's a motherfucker with Spencer, whatever Spencer's name was. Spencer some shit. This trader, you bench, you start kneeing. He ain't do this shit till he got benched. He didn't have an afro till he got benched. This is the fakest motherfucker in the world. Most motherfuckers, okay, let me tell you about this motherfucker. Most of the time you get cut, okay, but the year he went to the Super Bowl and didn't win it, they renegotiated his contract. They gave him $20 million. This motherfucker got paid for seasons he didn't even play. So if you think he was real, this motherfucker was phony as phony. At first, he tried to sit out on the bench when he didn't start. That's what he did. He sat on the bench and nobody noticed. So his agent, they came up with this. And they got you doing it. They got you doing it, bowing to motherfuckers. You don't bow to nobody. So he was a sellout. Kaepernick was a sellout. He wasn't no fucking hero. This nigga was a sellout. This is one of the older dykes. Mom's Mabley, dressed as a man most of the time, but when she was on there, she has a routine called Don't Sit on My Bed. She's the one that says, you know, when the people talking about the good old days, she's like, what good old days? Oh, you ain't seeing her, I'm sorry. But it's Mom Mabley. Let's see, we got the pictures of her dressed like dudes. But she wore this ugly shit, but she dressed like a dude most of the time when she was off. You know. Here's another picture of her, you know. But this is how she dressed. She wouldn't put her teeth in and shit. And they had her everywhere. They had her everywhere. She invented a cool character. This chick was on, like, this is the thing right here. Don't sit on my bed. I think this is the don't sit on my bed. You can find her shit is like, damn. And right here it shows you what she is. You know, it's probably a woman doing her hair. But this is what she presented to the world. They got her smoking square. Oh, they give a little, okay. Okay, ain't gotta always be music, huh? I guess not. Sha la 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 means, yeah, he got a lot of lipstick on and shit, but this is Woody Stroll. He's one of the first brothers to play pro football. He went to college with Jackie Robinson. Yeah, watch that shit on Sam Cooke. I was saying, this is If You Think You're Lonely Now, Wait Until Tonight, Bobby Womack. Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack. But watch that Sam Cooke shit. How they murdered Sam Cooke. That shit don't make no sense. And this is my favorite show, Blazing Saddles. Watch that boy shit, redneck. I love it. This is Black History. Robin Harris. This is Robin Harris. Those are baby kids. Well, where the fuck is baby? No, the funniest shit is Robin Harris. He talk about Michael Spinks and shit. He's like, how did he go? He's like, how did he do that shit? He was like, Leon. He's like, how did you fight him? He's like, yeah, I was fighting him real tough and hitting him. And then they go, hey, Leon. And I go, what? Where he say, hey, Leon, he answered himself. All right, right here, look at this picture. Pam Grier was a man. And Richard Pryor talks about it. They were about to get married. He loved Pam Grier, but Pam Grier is a man. Look at this. Look at Adam Ackle. Pam Grier is a man. No children. She didn't have children. Pam Grier is a man. Not trying to offend anybody, but that's the fact. Richard Pryor tells you he was going to marry her. He had matter of fact, at the wedding, this is how cold it was. Richard Pryor told him they was about to get married, and they made a cake that said, congratulations, Richard and Pam. He comes to the place where they getting married. He rented a place, and it was a different girl he had got pregnant. It wasn't Pam. He tried to see which one would get pregnant. He'd marry whichever one got pregnant. Pam didn't get pregnant. So Pam couldn't get pregnant because, Pam had to turn around. So, look at this. What you think now? Look at that. No children. She's a man. She's a man. He didn't marry her. And he looks uncomfortable around her, don't he? Like, I hope they don't know. He don't look too coked up in this picture, but I know he's thinking, I hope that nobody knows. Hope nobody knows what you got down there. I'm just having fun with it. Yeah, Dr. Center, she got, why do people have packages delivered when they're not home? Yeah, have them delivered when you're home. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'd pop their ass too. Like, one thing I hate is when new niggas stop by the house. This is one thing. Like, when new people come by my house, I got that heat on me for the next 3-4 weeks, like all the time. Like I said this, before, my ex-wife, her man, she had to pee when she came over. And so she went in the bathroom and, he had to come in and sit down and make a motherfucker just stand in my, my doorway. Like, but that shit just that's how motherfuckers fuck with you. It's niggas that been in your house or been around you. That's how people try to rob you. It ain't, and motherfuckers randomly just don't go into houses. They got to have some kind of idea. But I would gladly lay a motherfucker down because you can shoot their ass in their house. What they tell you, if you shoot a motherfucker and he ran out the house, bring him back in. Bring him the fuck back in and pop his ass again. I'm going to say, this is a bad chick. This is a chick that probably was one of the prettiest sisters ever. Denise Nicholson. She's on Room 222. She was on Heat of the Night. She was also of Let's Do It Again. Really pretty woman. And not a lot on her. Oh, here she goes. Denise Nicholson was bad. Really super pretty woman. Here with Bill Weathers. I don't know, why they're together, but she was in the Heat of the Night. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. Damn, not a lot on her, huh? Wow. And you always think of Donny Hathaway Christmas song. He was psychotic. He jumped out of a window. I guess the business probably has something to do with it. One of these is Layla Hathaway. Let's see. Layla Hathaway barely knew her father died from a fall at the age of 33 and 79. Oh, I didn't even know it was 79. Yeah, he was psychotic. Donny Hathaway. But Donny Hathaway's Christmas song, so he lives forever. Christmas song, This Christmas, going night, gathering candlelight, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Dun, 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 dun. Damn, she knew Rick James. You like Rick James? Hit it. You like Rick James? Hit it. Damn. Florence might have let Rick James hit it. You know what he's thinking here? I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. Damn, they do not have a lot of pictures of Denise Nicholson. That is crazy. And she was bad. I thought Denise Nicholson was super bad. Let me see. Maybe better pictures are here and here. No, not really. Don't touch that radio. That's smoky. See? Look. Okay. I got to take a screenshot. Look, this is all I asked my wife do right here. I'm sitting in the chair. She's sitting on the floor. But see, this is what I offered her. Alpaca rug under her. Pillows. Now, I did say she's got a fat ass like pillows. So 2 pillows. And she just sit here while I watch TV in my recliner. What's wrong with this? You see what I'm saying? Alpaca rug as your base and pillows and shit, And she could hold on to my leg while I sat there. Or lean it on there like this. I try to tell her. Instead, we bought another chair. She don't sit on the chair. But I told her, alpaca rug, that's what I'm getting her for Christmas. And some alpaca pillows. And right there, see, that this is perfect. I'm gonna show her this. She would look how happy this woman is. This woman is happy sitting on the floor of Nat King Cole. You see, his wife is happy on the floor. That's what I try to tell my wife. You would be happy sitting on the alpaca and shit. But she don't want to go for it. She'd rather buy a couch. She would be happy, like sitting there with her arm around my leg. That's pimpy shit. I'm trying to teach her. She don't want to get the alpaca. So I have to sleep in it. You know, I sleep in the alpaca. Told her like what to do. Oh, this is Denise Nichols. Let's see if we can see more pictures of her. Oh, here we go. This bitch was bad. Look at Denise Nichols, y'all. Denise Nichols was bad. Look at this. Look at that. Pretty is pretty. Oh, natural hair. Let's see more. Look at this. Tell me this ain't one of the most beautiful women of all time. Look at this. Curly afro. That ain't a wig. That's curly. Got her. She probably had to put curlers in some shit. Look at Denise Nichols. Super bad. Look at her compared to all these other chicks. She kills them. Who is this? Pretty than all these other chicks. This is Cleopatra Jones. Now look at Denise Nichols. Look, Sydney. This chick is really ugly. Barbara McNair was pretty. She must have smoked because she died of emphysema. Barbara McNair was pretty too. Tammy Terrell got the bedroom eyes. See, she got them bedroom eyes. She lived a hard life though. Short life she lived wasn't good. And fucking have all them hits and then die of brain cancer. Rescue me, but Barbara McNair was fine. Cared nobody. So look at that picture there. Get out of here. She's one of the top 10 of all time. Of most prettiest women of all time. You know me, the way I talk. Most prettiest bitch of all time. Don't be so cold blooded. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna show this shit. The colored people of the 1950s. None of these people look colored. Look at these. These all women that can pass. All these women can pass for European. Look at this. This is what they put on there. The colored people. Look at this. Ain't no colored people on this. These people in today's society would pass for European. Look at this. These people passing for European all day. Even her. These people could pass for European. Wow, they're very colorized back then. Let's more pictures. Look at this. Only Joe Louis couldn't pass. They could pass. Joe couldn't pass. Look how they just put light-skinned people on this shit. Look at this shit. Light-skinned people. Wow. Okay, she's a little darker. Okay. Damn, Ebony wasn't shit. Look at this. Light-skinned people. God damn, they was colorized. Okay, here's some darkies. Who is this? I don't know who this is. Okay, this is some darker. Oh, might be Billy Epstein. This is Billy Epstein, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's Billy Epstein. It don't say, but I think that's Billy Epstein. I was in Ebony magazine as a boy. They got got Johnny Carson on a jet. What sense does that make? But look at this. This is some colorism like a motherfucker. Okay, here we go. God damn. They had an income tax picture back then. You know, this is the income tax picture. You know, they had the income tax picture back then, y'all. This is the income tax picture. Boy, colorism was some shit back then. I don't know what this is. Okay, I don't know who that big head nigga is. Okay, Clark Gable was a melanated person. If y'all didn't know, this man was a brother. Clark Gable was a brother. That's where, this is where tall, dark, and handsome. Dr. Weatherling talks about that. Look at Clayton Powell. Look at that. Clayton Powell could pass. Look at this. Cab Calloway and maybe this is a lady, could pass. Both of them could pass. Too dark. You couldn't pass. Sorry, Harry. You couldn't pass. This the chick who was fucking everybody. She was fucking everybody. I don't know. Maybe it's his wife before then, but one of his wives, she was a straight up hoe. She was like a hoe that would try to break you down by fucking everybody. Look at this again. White looking people on Ebony. They didn't like their darkies very much, did they? They couldn't wait to put some light people on there. God damn. Look at this. Even Shaft. I don't know. Kathy Lee Crosby. Oh, okay. They had some TV movie. Okay, there goes some darkies for you. You got darkies on there. Okay. Wasn't afraid to, they got two that can pass, one that couldn't pass. Look at this, though. Look at this. She could pass. They was really into putting light-skinned women on Ebony, wasn't it? See, Jet's a little different. Okay, got Nancy Wilson. Look at Camille. Camille could pass. Oh, they got Jordan and Juanita. She was one of them girls. I know she got $300 million, but she was one of them girls. Just like Kirby Puckett's wife. She was one of them girls, was trying to catch an athlete. Don't give her a pass. She's one of them chicks that was trying to catch an athlete, was fucking just only athletes. And she hit a lick. So don't give her a pass. She hit a lick. All right? She hit a lick, too. Okay, we see a few more darkies on here. This is the sad story of this motherfucker. So he broke his neck and he had all the bread. And they say his wife would bring niggas home and fuck them in front of him because he was a paraplegic. That's how dirty his wife used to do him. He made all the money, ex-pro baseball player. He owned stores and shit. He was a liquor store owner. And he broke his neck and his wife would bring motherfuckers home and fuck them in front of him. That's how dirty she was. And Joe Louis with his children. He looked bothered, don't he? He's like, what the fuck, I got to do this for money. And the government did this motherfucker so wrong. He gave $2 million to the war effort. And then the government tried to make him pay taxes on that $2 million that he gave away. So, and the world didn't always hate OJ. That is still a large head. He's one of the largest head people that ever lived. He had a super large head. Look at the head compared to the rest of his body. Ebony. Europeans on Ebony. Why? Europeans on Ebony. See, self-hate. Why would the Europeans be on a melanated magazine? Some bullshit. But you see, it's okay. They got Ali's wife and Jim Kelly. Okay, this must be after Ali left her. Got fucking Arnold on here. Fucking Arnold. Who, the sad thing about Arnold is the courts let his adopted parents, steal his money. The courts allowed it. This is fake. They hadn't fought yet. This is the pictures they put in there before they fought. Oh, this is, what's her name? She caught Ali at the end of his career. And they broke up when, the laughter died in sorrow. He wasn't a champ no more. Plus, he still was, he still liked to lay him down because he's Ali. Sextuplets. God damn. They look like they got a lot of rest for all them babies. But you see, the Jet was a little more Negra than the Ebony. I think, okay, Nat King, that's his son. Again, she could probably pass. My son was a dope addict. My son was a dope addict. They made a story about it. The man who can't sit down. 1952, they warned about the man who can't sit down. What kind of magazine is Prince? Darling Nikki, she said, how do you like to waste some time? She took me to her castle, and I couldn't believe my eyes. She had so many devices, everything that money could buy. Okay, Darling Nikki. Look at it again. She could pass. Hugh. Hugh is the name of it. Hugh. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. This shit is funny to me. Oh, I think I'm going to call it. I'm getting tired. Oh, yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm tired in the motherfucking now. Contrary to rumors. All right. I end with a little philosophy this long night. There we go. No, well, I'll end with that. Motherfucker, I could end with that. Okay. As I was saying before, you know, I've studied shit, and it's like, where does it get you? And so, like, what part of history really made a difference to you in your life? Like, what part of history made a difference to you now? Now, I think Jim Crow, you know, they talk about different states is looking at what do they call it? You know, paying people that suffered reparations, but the reparations should come from specifically in specific events. It ain't just poof from the air. Matter of fact, you know, if New York is one of the states looking for it, you've only got to look at reparations from the gangs of New York. Show you the riots that New York did because of conscription during the Civil War. So we've got Jim Crow. So it's not slavery. Jim Crow is where they owe us. Jim Crow. That's where they owe us. Because that's full apartheid. As I was saying last night, the only reason they stopped locking niggas up and niggas was dying doing these jobs was because of World War II. From 1900 to 1940, they was, I mean, it's, we don't know how many people were killed because so many people were enslaved again. And enslaved in a different kind of way. Like what is the word I'm looking for? Like they didn't even know where these people was. Government agent had to come down and tell them, you just can't lock these people up and throw them away and nobody knows. You got to write all this shit down. So there wasn't even records of how many people that probably died. So that's where the money should come from. Wilmington especially. And what Wilmington calls. Wilmington as a city should be everything sold from it and give it to the descendants of the melanated people. Rosewood, if any money, Florida owns us. I mean, there's multiple states that should be guilty because what happened in Wilmington changed America and the federals did nothing about it. So the federals is just as responsible for this money too. And you waste all this money on your military. And remember, remember what they did when it looked like reparations was going to become a reality? They were starting to make TV shows showing reparation shaming. You only got your money from reparations. Did y'all remember seeing shows that showed that? Because it looked like it was going to be a possibility. They already want to shame people. You didn't make your money. You only got paid for reparations. And the thing that's better about Jim Crow than slavery is the names. We've got murderers' names. And those are the families that go after. It's a newspaper in North Carolina. The family sold it, but the family got the bread from selling it. That's where the bread should come from. Both, and the feds are just as responsible as the states. Should come from both places, the feds and the states. Well, I'm going to leave you with this. Remember, I'm not a New York rapper or a LA gang banger. I'm just an old school Detroit crack slinger. Make more money. My pockets like sunshine. They always sunny. I'm going to leave you with this.
Of reckoning, repeal. Usher in the day of reckoning. Repeal the international robot laws. Yes, repeal the international robot laws. Abolish the use of police bots. Abolish the use of police bots. Robots only exist to serve us. Robots only exist to serve us. Robots are nothing but slaves. Robots are nothing but slaves. Robots are inferior to man. Robots are inferior to man. Death to the machines. Death to the machines. Usher in the day of reckoning.
Thank you all. Till we meet again, make your day count. Yeah, make your day count. Probably gonna be off. Probably come on. Let me see. What's tomorrow? Friday. I don't broadcast on Friday. Maybe Saturday. Might come back on Saturday, but I don't broadcast Friday nights. So maybe tomorrow afternoon if I'm bored. But I doubt it. So till then, every time I'm seen, I've got to be clean. Thank you all. I appreciate the support. Appreciate the comment.